Episode 44 of the Basement Boys.
Say it.
Come on, bro.
You told me not to.
Just say it. There you go.
There you go. Break all the viewers' ears real quick.
Yup.
Welcome back, baby. Another episode, another week. Middle of the NBA Finals. We're here. I miss you guys, bro.
I miss you too,
I
man.
feel like we don't really see each other unless we do the podcast now.
Yeah.
I mean, in my life, man.
No, I don't like that. I used to like when we used to be able to hang out every single day and not have.
I mean, Fridays was always available up until very recently, so it's okay. No big deal.
What do you want?
You don't love us anymore, bro.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, you don't love us anymore, bro.
Whatever, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I have work. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Well, it's been an interesting week since the last time that we met up. The last time we were here, we were watching Game 3 live or Game 4.
Game 3. They went up 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Game 3, Pacers were on top of the world. Almost looked like they were on top of the world again in Game 4 until they legit lost. They lost the NBA Finals right at the end of Game 4.
Yeah.
Like it just straight up happened like that. We're shooting this on a Wednesday. Thursday, tomorrow is Game 6.
Yeah.
Game 6.
I'm just going to scratch off the episode 44. Which episode do we have, man? You scratch off my segment just like that, man?
What you got today, man?
I'm sorry.
I have the logo, man. I have Mr. Jerry West. It's the Jerry West episode.
You believe it should still be the logo?
Do I believe? No, Kobe should be the logo.
Kobe should be the logo,
Yeah.
right?
Kobe should
But
be
man,
the logo.
that logo's so iconic. It would just kind of be weird to like.
No.
Then you have a Kobe fadeaway.
That would
It'll
be
be tough.
sick. That would be
Imagine a
sick.
Jordan logo.
No.
Hey, I can't believe I forgot your segment.
You're just like,
I'm sorry, bro.
it's all right, man.
Wasn't Jerry West did I read that right? 1-8 in the finals?
1-9, I believe.
Well, that segues me to our agenda. We're going to be talking about ring culture on the episode today. Our boy LeBron James was talking about it on his podcast, so we got to talk about it. If he talks about it, why can't we talk about it?
I mean, same level. Also LeBron.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about what we learned about the NBA Finals. What else we got on here, man? We're going to talk about top Robins in the NBA history.
Number one might shock you.
I'm going to talk about an NBA problem I think that we have. I'm going to talk about a little bit of football. Me and Swade are going to deep dive into that week by week, getting closer and closer. And we got our games. Always got the freaking games, baby. Always. Listen, Big L has been kicking ass.
On a heater.
On a freaking heater.
On a heater.
You know what I'm saying?
On a tear.
I may
Going for a perfect game.
Yeah, I may delegate the whole game thing to you at this point, man.
I'm ready for it, man.
You know what I'm saying? I've been watching you, kid.
Put me in, coach.
I got you. You're in.
Put me in.
You're in. But let's get right into it, baby. Again, some good stuff. I'm excited for the games. You came up with a really fun one about this whole lineup. I've been thinking about this one all week. I really have been ever since you put it up. But let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. First thing we're going to talk about is the NBA Finals. Obviously, it's the biggest thing going on right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It took a little bit of a turn. Pacers are down 3-2 as we...
I mean, it took a turn in the direction I think everybody thought was in it.
Yes.
Turn, you know what I mean?
For a quick second, bro, for a really quick second, the Pacers were going to win the NBA Finals.
They were.
They were going to go up 3-1, and they were going to beat OKC because I'm sorry, 3-1 in the finals. If your name is not LeBron James, you're not
Too
making
bad Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is mini Kobe Bryant.
And that man, he owed him a fourth quarter.
And he gave him it.
And he freaking gave him it, bro.
15 points in the fourth quarter.
Now we're down 3-2. Freaking Haley's calf is probably injured. I bet it's a lot more injured than they're saying it is.
For sure it is.
But he's going to play. He's not going to look the same. Series is probably cooked.
The fact that it's even a conversation tells you he's probably not healthy enough to play.
Yeah, I think if it was a normal game, he probably wouldn't play. I don't see a Game 7. But I think we've all been wrong about this series a ton.
We definitely have.
It'll be fun to talk about legacy stuff for a lot of these dudes, especially like SGA. Like
it'll really be only just
SGA wise, but a lot of players grew in our eyes, man. Like SGA grew in my eyes, man. JDub, J freaking Dub, bro, put himself in the conversation for being like a top 20, 15 player in the league. Like if you thought whatever you thought about Jaylen Brown, you got to think about JDub.
Yeah, for sure.
Stop putting him as the best second option.
You 100% have to have that conversation moving forward, bro. When you drop 40 points in an NBA Finals game,
He's second best option outside of LeBron James, but yeah.
you have when you drop 40 points,
Stop.
What's LeBron or no?
one of the best second options in the league. I absolutely. I mean, shit. You got to again. He put himself in a conversation to be a top 15 player in the NBA.
Yeah,
just plain and freaking simple when you really look at it. I wanted to ask you guys: is there anything new that you guys have learned from this NBA Finals? Anything new?
I think it's just for me. It's cementing what I thought about Shea, cementing that, but it's the JDub thing, bro. It's definitely the JDub thing. It's because I think I was a little bit higher than you were on JDub, but neither of us were that high before the playoffs started.
In fairness, I didn't see this.
He had his inconsistencies.
Nobody's seen this.
He had his inconsistencies. The one thing that shocked me is how consistent he's been. Because these games, these flashes, you'll see them. Even the regular season, playoffs, you'll see them. But this is 3 straight games now. And that's what I never thought I would see. Like, there is no way in hell OKC wins the championship without Jaylen.
Oh,
zero shot.
Absolutely not.
Zero freaking.
No.
So he's just it's cementing him as like we just said, one of the better players in the league. I didn't think I would walk away from the finals saying that at the very least. Also, I think you're gonna see more teams without superstars make the NBA Finals, like we talked about last episode. I think that's gonna start to becoming a reality because it's gonna happen out of the East. So when I look at the East, to me, like the East is boring. It's a boring conference.
It's weaker than the West.
It's not just it's weaker because there's no parity. Like the best players are in the West.
All of them are.
Like 8 or 9 of the top 10 are in the West.
Yeah.
So it's like, they need an influx of stars and star power in the East.
Yeah.
So I think you'll start seeing weird teams make it from the finals or at least make deep playoff runs.
Yeah.
Which is new. Usually it's been a superstar that gets to the finals.
Yeah. Who would have thought that JDub was going to score 40 in the NBA Finals before Shea?
Yeah.
No, like you got to look at it like this. If you look at a stat sheet, right? SGA is averaging whatever, like 30 something.
34.
Is he averaging 30? He's still not. He's
33 or 34.
34.
On efficient shooting. And you would probably think, yeah, bro, like they're easing through. No, like every point that JDub has scored is absolutely needed. When you think about game 4, right? Was it game 4 where the Pacers were up and about to take the 3-1 lead, right? SGA was shit in the bed for about 3 quarters, and JDub was keeping them going, carrying them through 3 quarters, right? And then SGA finally gave us that 4th quarter. Like, they do not win this series. Like, people need to understand this. They do not win this series without JDub.
No, they don't. They do not.
Absolutely.
They just don't.
They absolutely do not.
The guy scored 40 points in an NBA Finals game, and I don't care who they're playing because maybe in a couple of years we'll look back at it and they're playing the Pacers. I really don't care, bro. There are some. It's a big stage, bro. We've seen some people crumble on a big stage,
and he's a first-team All Defender.
Yes, bro.
So like you can make an argument the best perimeter defender in the league. On top of it,
I love the point you just made.
Pippen,
yeah, it's so crazy.
I'm doubling down on that Chicago Bulls take, man.
Bro, it's so funny. You're a genius, by the way, because you said that the next day I'm watching TV and people are talking like this. I'm like, damn, this guy.
They seen it.
I'm like, damn, this guy had his.
They seen the pod, man.
They seen the pod.
Watch the Basement Boys.
I'm sure it's happened before where somebody watched us. Somebody big watched us.
Yeah.
Thought like, yeah, this is good.
JDub has done so well that people are talking about is he a better player than Pippen?
I mean, the way it's going now, he's gonna be.
Like dead ass.
Yeah, the way it's
people
going now,
he's having that conversation.
I mean, Pippen wasn't this good at 22.
You go look at if you go look at their career averages, they average the same amount.
I think JDub has him on scoring.
Yeah, he does. Like,
he has
seen it
scoring.
today.
Not a rebounding though.
Now the only thing
and defending.
I mean, defense is close.
Defense is close.
This is
It's
the first
not-
team
it's
all
not
defender.
Scotty, though.
And this is a first team all defender. He's 22, 23
I
years
get it.
old.
They're
Let's
making
just see what it looks
Can
like.
he
They
stay
were-
like that though?
I don't think players lose out on defense too quick. Usually when they deteriorate on defense, it's not until like
I mean,
he'll
you got to look at it at the long run. What if that team breaks apart? Then what?
man, you know, I don't know. I'm doing everything in my power, and I don't even know if it's possible, but I'm doing everything in my power to keep at least those three.
Yeah, of course.
At
Yeah,
least those three.
absolutely. You will.
And then I build around those three.
You
and
will.
I'll win a couple championships with those three.
Hetty, they will always have the three. What you'll lose is you'll lose your Carusos.
Your Dorts.
You'll
Your
lose your
Dorts.
Dorts. You'll lose guys like who I think is one of the most underrated players in the league, Aaron Wiggins. Like I think Aaron Wiggins is like almost a 20-point scorer. On some
But
of
those
their
guys
teams.
are, you know,
Those are
replaceable.
Guys,
Yeah.
at the end of the
with other
day,
guys.
you can't have 8 deep, 9 deep, right? That's just not how it works in the NBA. But when you have SGA, JDub, and Chet,
Man, if anything, I'd get rid of Chet.
From those three, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have to
I-
walk away.
if I'm forced, yes. But bro, I think Chet hasn't even scratched the surface of what he really
He
is.
hasn't, no.
When you guys really think about it, he hasn't played basketball. He was injured this whole year, and I think he was injured his whole rookie year.
Yeah, he was the majority of it, yeah.
Chet is at his best probably going to give you like 22 and 10 with 3-4 blocks a game.
Yeah, it's the best third option in the league if you
Yeah,
can do
like
that.
Chet. That's
His
what-
motor is kind of an issue sometimes, though.
Yeah, it is.
Which I don't know if maybe it's his size.
it's the size,
maybe,
Hetty.
but
He's
It's a
great
size.
for his size. What
It's
is
the
he?
size. It's the
yeah,
size.
I guess.
You know what I mean? And I think Chet, I'll tell you the thing about Chet is I think that he suffers not playing with a true point guard.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that suffers. That happens when there's like these big threes. The third guy always suffers the most because I think Chet, not yet at least, he can't create his own shot, right? SGA isn't like this pick and roll savant. They don't really ask
He's not
him.
a point guard.
Yeah, they don't even ask him to do it anyways. He's
Yeah.
score the ball for us, and if you're gonna play make it while you're doing it, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
But
he
I'll,
does.
yeah,
It's so weird when people call Shea a point guard. Like, I know he's technically...
He's technically a point guard. He
I
plays
know,
like a shooting
but
guard.
like, Tim Duncan was labeled, was listed as center half his career, but
I
he's a
always
power forward.
I
That's
always
what he plays
consider
like.
the Tim Duncan a power forward, though. I never consider him.
Yeah,
as a
me
point
too.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Sure.
this is a shooting guard. Shea's a shooting guard. He's a shooting guard. He's a shoot-first shooting guard.
He's a guard.
yeah, he's a guard. I mean, it's weird because like I don't think he'll ever not play point guard.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's been listed as shooting guard like a lot of his career,
I
though.
don't think so.
No, not on OKC.
No.
He's
I don't
always
think
been the point guard on OKC.
Guys, he's played shooting guard in his career before.
I'm
the
sure.
Clippers?
I'm sure with the Clippers.
With OKC, I'm sure.
who's ever played the point guard over him?
Let's see.
No.
Because he's
Eddie.
ever since he's been in OKC, he's been with JDub.
That man's a fucking shooting
He's a
guard.
shooting
bro.
guard. Yeah, I
He's
know.
a shooting guard, bro.
Consider the point guard.
But I'm happy you brought something up though. About how you thought a lot more teams in the East are gonna make the NBA Finals without a superstar.
His first 2 years in OKC, he played shooting guard.
Who's
Played
point
point
guard?
guard.
He's played 7 years. Two of them, he's been listed as shooting guard.
Who was the point guard?
Basketball References has point guard and shooting guard. I don't know who his point guard was. I'm not sure. It might have been no. It wasn't. I was gonna say Chris Paul, but he didn't catch it.
Yeah, he did.
No,
yeah, he did.
Chris Paul
Yeah, he did.
definitely
He
played
caught
with
him.
him.
So that's who it was.
So the only time that Chris Paul, I mean, he's a combo bar. He's
Yeah,
a
he's a
combo,
combo,
he's a
yeah.
combo guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing that you said about the players, teams not having a superstar, it's 100% right. Like think about it. A couple years ago, if a guy like Desmond Bain got traded to another team like Orlando, we'd really just like brush it off and be like, all right, cool. I mean, he's a borderline all-star. But like now you got to look at it and be like, damn, Desmond Bain just got traded to the Orlando Magic, and now he's the third best player, possibly the second best player with Paolo. You got Wagner,
Franz.
and now you have Bain.
That package was crazy though.
But I have a question for you.
Got 5 picks, man.
I have a question for you though. How shocked would you be if Orlando's in the NBA Finals next year? Because they were the best defense in the league, and they were giving Orlando trouble. All they needed was a little bit of shooting, and they got one of the best 3-and-D guys
They
in
were
the
giving
league.
who trouble? They were giving
They
Boston.
were giving Boston trouble. They were one
I'd
of
be
the.
surprised. Man. I'd be really surprised.
What
I mean, they have 3 20-point scorers now on their roster.
Okay.
They were missing shooting,
Yeah.
and they just got They got a 40% 3-point shooter in the league, and Bain is no bum, bro. He's a borderline all-star.
Yeah.
What if they all just take a jump? What if Powell takes a jump? What if Wagner makes a jump?
I mean, at their age, you expect them to
My
make
whole
that jump.
point
Powell
is,
took a jump this year.
my whole point is if Tyrese Halliburton and Siakam and Miles Turner could make an NBA Finals in the East, that means that Paolo, Franz, and Bane can make an NBA Finals.
Yeah.
That's my whole point about the East now, is that it is wide open. Because even if Giannis stays in Milwaukee and Dame's Achilles, it's going to take Dame a while to come back.
Dame is fried.
Then guys like Giannis can't do it by himself. And I don't think Giannis is going to get traded. I've kind of switched on that. Right? And there's no super team in Boston.
Breaking news: KD goes to the Bucks. Then what?
The Bucks? Jesus.
Then what?
That'd be nuts. KD and Giannis would be crazy.
But you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
All these little things now that we just
Yeah, but a lot of things had to happen in order for the Magic to make the
Did you
NBA
say that about the Pacers?
Yeah.
Some shit had to happen. For the
Some
Pacers.
shit had to, bro. They had some miracles happen.
Some shit has had to happen.
They played. Listen,
5-game winners,
yeah.
injured teams. Some shit has had to happen.
Come on.
To make the NBA
Well,
Finals.
who do you look at the East next year and be like, yeah, that's pegged in to be in the
Boston.
finals? Really? With
Boston
if
or
I
Cleveland?
look at the landscape, for me, it'd also be Boston.
Boston or
with
Cleveland?
Tatum coming off an Achilles tear?
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot about that.
Oh
Come on,
wow,
guys.
no,
That's
probably
not-
Cleveland.
Forgot about that.
I mean, do we think that Cleveland is somebody? But do we-
Cleveland, I mean, this is win damn near 70 games.
70
this year.
games, bro. What are you talking about?
they didn't even make it to the Eastern Conference Championship.
I guarantee
they were
they'll
hurt.
be in the next year if they're healthy.
But are you guys that confident in?
Well, depending on the moves that happen this summer,
it all comes down to that.
you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
But the Pistons could get somebody big.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
But
June,
that's
it's
my
way
whole
too
point,
early.
though.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
That's my whole point.
I understand.
That's my whole point. In the
but,
East,
but right now, I'd say probably Cleveland. Right now.
Yeah,
But if you're a betting man, the Pacers are probably going to be higher than them.
I doubt the Pacers.
Yeah.
I mean, I said that
yeah.
this year. But
That's the
I
whole
doubt they'll
point
be there
about.
next year.
I would say that's what's a little bit exciting about what I like about this whole. It's exciting because a move, and it's not a minimal move. Bane's a good player going to Orlando.
But it's not like a
Yeah, it's not like this superstar.
not a blockbuster
Yeah, the casual fan isn't really going to be like, damn. But that's kind of interesting in the East for me now. It just really is. The West is just, bro.
It's a cluster.
I mean, man, there's so many different routes, man. Where it's just
trades and stuff.
the trades, the teams.
If everything stays the
No,
same,
man, but
OKC's
You
still
see,
going to be heavily favored.
see OKC, and I'm gonna maybe it's just recency bias because I just watched them, but OKC is gonna be tough for years to come, and I still think I could see JDub averaging another extra 2-3 points on his points average. I could definitely see Chet take that next step. The kid hasn't played basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I could see that. I could see KD going to one of these teams in the West, like the Spurs, or going to the Rockets, or go to the fucking Warriors. Then what the hell happens? I could see the Lakers make some moves. The West is just, and that still wouldn't guarantee anybody a finals run, bro. It just won't. It's
I mean,
clustered.
if I were to have to put money, I'd still pick OKC.
Yeah, I'm
That
taking
team-
OKC.
If that team stays the same, just like how they are, I'm still taking
Think
OKC.
about how many damn near all-time players you got to go through in the West just to get to the finals. Just think about it.
Yeah.
You got to,
In
if
all
you're,
honesty,
you got to go through Luka.
23.
You got to go through Luka.
3.
You got to go through Luka.
Luka and Jokic.
Yeah, bro, that's a hell of a
I
run.
understand. But
And
on the East,
No one.
No one.
no, if Tatum was still Tatum,
That's it.
Donovan
Giannis,
Mitchell,
this team is not good
Giannis.
enough.
Yeah,
It's nobody. It's nobody.
think about
There's
that.
nobody in the East. It's
Bro,
boring.
yeah,
It's
bro,
the boring
Joker
conference.
Joker can't even get to the Western Conference Championship. Lakers couldn't get out the first round. Luka couldn't get out the first round. Joker can't get to Western Conference Championship anymore. Because you have to run into freaking Ant, SGA, now with JDub and Chet. Shit, all these, again,
Shit.
hey, Wemby and KD. That'll be kind of scary.
That's a disaster.
You still got to go through Curry and Jimmy Butler. You forgot about those guys?
Well, arguably, has been the best Eastern Conference player in the last 5
Like,
years. Jimmy
bro.
Butler's been to 2 NBA Finals in the last 5 years.
The West is a gauntlet, bro. The East, shit, yeah. Why?
The only thing I push back on is all of those are fakers. Everybody you just named it is a fake team. When
It's-
they run against these, yes, barring a crazy trade, they would be legit. But
But it's just like the
what's
East.
going to change from this year to next year? As far if these teams just stay the way they are, no major trades. It's like KD going to the Spurs to me is not enough to put them over the top of a team like OKC. I'm sorry. It's just
Absolutely
not.
not.
So, like,
But
you know,
I could say
it makes life hard on them.
But guys, I mean, like, don't forget, man, Denver was a game away from OKC almost got bounced in the second round again. It was game 7.
Yeah, but like look back at it,
had
Hakeem.
3 guys average almost 20.
Look back at it, Hakeem.
Like,
It wasn't
I
close.
know we always disagree about that series, but like Jokic supporting cast played really well in that series.
They did.
So like when everybody's playing really well, you can push them to 7. Wemby or KD isn't Nikola Jokic.
That series wasn't close as you make it think.
It went to
You're
game.
ready to
But it
push
wasn't
away
as
Jokic?
close. Hakeem, it wasn't as
You
close.
ready to say Wemby's Jokic already, bro?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you know.
No. But I'm just saying, like, the West is.
I just don't think that makes them good enough to be.
No, I don't think.
And
KD,
I don't think anybody else is gonna have capabilities to do anything drastic enough to be better than OKC next year. I think this team will be in the finals next year. I'm like, again, barring something fucking KD goes to the Lakers, barring something, and even then, bro.
Yeah.
But barring something like that, I'm convinced they're gonna be in the finals next year. To be honest with you, because they're gonna be the only team who their 3 guys are all defense teams. They're all NBA defense.
Crazy.
And you're going to get damn near 70 between the 3 of them.
If not more.
75,
Yeah,
80.
OKC is going to be.
So it's
barring
like, you know,
injury.
it's hard, bro. And like, I'm pretty sure
no
Dort
team.
is still going to be on the payroll next year. And I'm
Yeah.
sure
Exactly, man.
Caruso's still going to be on the payroll
There's
next
no
year.
other team that can
You know what I mean?
can match them.
They're still going to be well coached.
Yeah.
They're going to have more experience. They're going to have another year under their belt. They might have a championship trophy under their belt.
Not why. That's going to happen, brother.
It's tough, bro. It's you know,
It's going to be interesting.
which, you know, I hope that, you know, the NBA needs that.
Yeah.
The NBA needs OKC to win 2-3 in a row.
Yeah.
Fake super team.
So by the 4th one, you know, that's going to be a highly watched series. So
The 4th
I'm
one?
serious. So that's what I know. I'm not saying this wasn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's what the NBA would need.
Yeah.
If they win 3, it's like, 4. Well, no team in modern history has ever won 4 in a row. Could they do it? Yeah, that's a
must
glue
watch.
to your TV now.
Yeah. We'll see.
No matter who's on these.
My guess is they're going to win 1 and not win 1 for another 2 years. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's my guess too. NBA is crazy freaking plays.
I think they repeat next year. I think they're very capable of repeating next year.
we'll see.
Very capable.
We'll see. Going back to JDub real quick.
Uh-huh.
Watching JDub, right, who we all think is like a top 20 player in this league, it made me think about something. How many players are out there who we view, how many players out there, if you paired them with a guy like SGA, right, has this capability to like break out the way like JDub is? A lot of guys that like we sniffed our nose off, like think about it. Like we just talked about JDub a month ago, and nobody really thought he had these capabilities. And again, he's not a top 10 player because he does have those games where he goes in and out, in and out, in and out. But like how many guys, if you slotted in this position, right, are like dying on some of these teams and just need to be in this type of position, right? To be on a team like this, to be able to show their capabilities. Like I think about a lot of guys, like think about a guy like Tyrese Maxey, who we think is one of the better scorers. Imagine he was on a team like this, right? Being able to like showcase himself. Like think about, we had a segment like 2 months ago and we were like, can this guy be the second best player on a championship team? And how many guys we said no to. It's kind of ignorant looking back at it because like there's a lot of guys, bro. Siakam is a second best player on a championship team. JDub, who I didn't think could be, to be honest with you. I just really, really didn't think so.
He clearly is.
From what he showed me, he clearly is. There's a lot of guys that could be doing it. The real talk.
You just don't see it.
There is, yeah.
There's
What this OKC team asks Jalen Williams to do, though, not a lot of guys can do.
not the two-way capability.
The only guy that I can think of that's on that level, barring superstars, obviously, or
Yeah.
perennial all-stars, is someone like Jaylen Brown, to be honest with you. That's someone like that, where he has the ball a little bit more in his hands than he does in Boston. 'Cause I think, to me, Boston is deeper offensively.
Yes.
Defensively, OKC is deeper. But
Yes.
offensively, I would say Boston is deeper.
Yes.
They have more balance offensively in Boston. But if he had the ball a little more in his hands, and we've seen him be a very good defender. So, like, yeah,
Bro,
maybe not Jalen.
OKC, the OKC Thunder
Yeah.
are eerily similar to the Boston Celtics. They're built the same way. The only difference is their top guy is a playoff riser and Boston Celtics isn't. Because SGA, who averaged 32 points during the regular season, didn't dip on points.
Because are we sure Jalen Williams is better than Jalen Brown right this second? Are we just being prisoners of the moment?
No, I'm just the way I look at it is
Jalen Williams is better than Jalen Brown.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Brown does have Finals MVP on his
no.
belt.
What I would say is that I think they're comparable players. That's who they're.
Who do you think is better though?
Who do I think is better
Right now?
I think I'm taking Jalen Brown today just off of consistency, but like
experience as well.
Yeah, I'm just going off of consistency, and I think JDub is probably like younger than him.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I mean, bro, that's. I bet you they both average around the same amount of points.
They're the same player.
JDub is a better defender.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Jalen Brown is inconsistent as well sometimes, man.
Both are, but I'm saying they're the same player.
Yeah. He's a lot more consistent.
And then Boston has Porzingis, and OKC has Chet. And then they have all the rest of the role players. So like Boston has Derek White. They have Caruso.
Boston is deeper than OKC.
Offensively, yes.
Yeah,
yes. But they're kind of built the same.
And when they won the championship last year, they were also the best defense in the league too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
the defense ain't no joke, brother.
Yeah.
Like they're a deeper basketball team. Boston shit the bed this year. If we're just being real about it, it should have been Boston.
But that would have been a
should have been.
Series.
I know it didn't work out that way.
Hey, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's a real shoulda, coulda, woulda, because they were up 20 in like 2 or 3 games in that series. Yeah. It is what it is.
Mazzulla's still sitting there pretty.
It is what it is. You sit there pretty when you have a championship under your belt.
So did Mike Malone, and he got the boot. If Mike Malone
was dumb.
With Mike Malone,
when we came on the spot and we said, something must have happened.
Yeah, I know.
Something must have happened, bro.
Yeah.
How do you win a championship, lose your job 2 years later?
In the NBA these days,
in Denver, you won a championship in Denver.
In the NBA, it doesn't shock me if anybody gets fired, bro.
It's just dumb.
The only person that would ever would have like shocked me,
Steve Kerr
and Greg Popovich. Those are the only 2 guys.
Or Spoelstra.
Yeah.
But even like Spoelstra, like because Pat is kind of like Pat Riley's like really crazy, and I could see him looking at him like, all right, bro, now you can't. You barely got us into the playoffs this year.
I know, but Spoelstra squeezed the life out of all
he got bad
given,
teams
bro.
to the championship, bro. He got bad teams to the championship. So no, I get that. Let's move on. Oh, one last thing about the Thunder, because this has been really bothering me lately. It's been crawling at me. Can we stop comparing the Kevin Durant, Harden, and Westbrook trio to the SGA and the JDub and the Chet trio? Can we stop comparing them? It's not even a comparison, bro. Yes, everybody talks about OKC with SGA about to win a championship, but they had to go through Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton, and Miles Turner. KD, Westbrook, and Harden had to go through LeBron James, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh in their primes.
So you say the KD one is better?
Yes, I think that's a better trio.
Absolutely.
As players.
He doesn't agree.
Yes, Hetty. What was going to happen?
I cannot agree with you, man.
I'm not disagreeing.
Because I agreed with you last time.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Listen, I agreed with you last time.
Hetty,
I'm not agreeing with you.
Looking back at it,
what the hell was LeBron James going to do to freaking SGA, JDub, and Chet?
Well, I just want to make something very extremely clear.
Make it very extremely clear.
Very extremely clear to you. Defensively, the trios aren't close.
Yes.
I'm going to make that extremely fucking clear. I would be thoroughly, absolutely floored, not shocked, floored on the floor if KD, James Harden, or Russ made even a second team all defense during that stretch.
No,
maybe KD did. Maybe.
No. They definitely didn't.
Okay, cool. Offensively, when we look at just how they're structured, your best scorer, as a scorer, might not be better than my best scorer.
Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
He's not better than SGA?
As a scorer in this run, are you sure? If we look at the numbers, are we sure?
Yeah, man. Bro,
Why?
KD, you know how many scoring titles KD has
He
had?
has 4.
How much does SGA have?
Yeah, but we're talking about averages, though. Averages.
Hetty.
Who scores
But
more?
Hetty,
I'm just talking about in this
bothers me,
It's a
Hetty.
different league.
What bothers
It's not a. What do you mean?
There were so much more better players.
10 years ago.
But Hetty,
bro.
my point is that people want to peg it to where they're the better trio just because they want to.
This is the best Thunder trio that's ever existed.
But just hear me out. People are trying to peg this trio better than them because they're winning the championship. Mm-hmm. These guys don't beat the Heat. They don't beat LeBron James. Chris
no, but
Bosh.
they ran up against the Heat 1 year though. They were together for 8.
And they ran up against the best, the Warriors team, the best
And they
team
were
that
up
won
3-1 and they choked it.
Okay.
It's a loss, bro. It's a loss.
Exactly.
Yes, I don't think
Exactly,
this
bro.
team doesn't beat the Warriors.
Sure?
No,
Why not?
they don't beat the Warriors, bro.
Why? But why not, though? But no, why not, though? Don't just shake your head. Tell me why not.
I got to
What?
think about it.
When has Klay Thompson ever been as good as Jalen Williams has been in this playoff run? As a basketball player?
In this run,
Yes.
any of those playoff
No.
runs, bro? Yes,
Absolutely
bro.
not.
Yes,
Absolutely not.
Yes, you're heady. You're talking too quick on this one.
know how I feel about Klay.
It doesn't matter how you
He's
feel
a
about
limited
Klay.
offensive
But
player.
it doesn't matter though.
He's a limited offensive player.
But it doesn't matter. Klay has had some big playoff runs.
Offensively, who do you think is a better basketball player? Jalen Williams or Klay Thompson? Just overall offense. Who do you think is better?
I mean,
One guy can't dribble the
JDub,
ball, bro.
JDub, but I mean,
And
And
heady.
defender, who do you think is better as a defender? Who do you think is better?
JDub is, but I think offensively.
So the guy is better two-way
No,
and he's not a better
J-Dub.
basketball player, bro?
No, heady, but we're talking about
Who do you
in
think is a
those
better passing
runs.
between the two?
Yeah, but who's better, Eddie, Chet or Draymond? In those runs.
Next year, I don't know.
No,
Eddie,
well,
Eddie in those
No, what do you
runs.
mean? No, but one second. What do you mean, Hattie?
But Hattie.
Next year, I don't know.
But
Draymond is
what does
41
Draymond do?
defensive
What does
player of the
Draymond?
year award.
Yeah, and Chet's gonna win a couple of those. Bro.
We're talking about Draymond being one of the best defenders of all time.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
Chet
on,
might go
Eddie.
down as
Mike,
guys.
Mike,
These guys are 22 years old.
I
understand.
understand. No,
Mike.
I'm not talking about projection and stuff like that. We're talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're not talking about projection, but like, they're on this. I'm saying what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is, it might be the very beginning of what we're looking at.
1,000%.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is
I-
like,
I'm not disagreeing.
That wasn't the whole.
It's-
My whole point is though is that we're talking about.
this is the best trio that's ever existed in OKC.
No, man. I can't agree with
Wait,
you, man.
I don't care about that. You could say that, but don't use it as them winning a championship to say why they're better. If you want to go back and go down to winning as players and we can microscope them as players, sure.
As players when they were on the Thunder.
Yes,
When they were on the Thunder.
Yes,
we're talking about.
I'm okay with you on that one. If we want to do that, that's fine.
Okay, if we want to do that, then yeah.
But that's
okay.
how. But it's a
No,
Thunder trio.
but
That's what
people
we're doing.
are jumping to the case of they're a better trio because they're winning a championship.
A Thunder trio.
All right, hold on. Let me
Yes,
tell you
just a
this.
better
All right, let
Thunder
me tell you this.
trio.
If they
It's that-
split up, are they MVPs?
Oh, they're not better.
No,
Oh,
bro.
no.
As individual talents, they're not.
No,
Okay.
as individual
No, they're
players
definitely
moving
not.
forward, no. But
They're
when they're you guys,
They were
remember,
the
you guys
Thunders.
laughed at me. You guys laughed at me that one time when we were arguing about
Reed?
a Nas Reed thing. Yeah, like we could go back to that, guys. Like we looked at James Harden. James Harden was coming off the bench, and he wasn't who James Harden was until he actually left OKC, right?
Okay.
Same thing with Westbrook. Westbrook was there, but they weren't averaging like 30, 40 points together all at the same time.
Okay.
It just wasn't.
If we look at the numbers, I guarantee you this three is the same as that three.
100% it is. My whole point, though, is
Why
that
can't they be better? Even just basketball players. Why
if you
can't
want
they be better?
to, if you want to sit here and do that, and we want to Microsoft players, 100%. But don't be lazy and tell me they're a better trio because
Oh.
one won a championship and one didn't.
Ring culture.
Yes,
huh?
don't do that. Don't
Ring
do that, bro.
culture.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that. It's
Oh,
dumb.
Seems like a good segue, huh?
Right or wrong?
You're 100% right, but it makes sense though.
No, it doesn't, man. One team had to be Tyrese Halliburton, Siakam, and Miles Turner, bro.
No,
they
I
went
wouldn't-
through-
No,
yeah, but they
one
went
team
through
beat
Jokic.
Anthony Edwards and Nikola Jokic.
Well, honestly, man, what are you
The other
let's
teams
be
had to
fair.
go through the Lakers, had to go through the
The
Spurs.
Lakers, they had to go to the
But
Lakers
this
for
is-
1
but
year.
this-
Then they had to
but
go
this
through the
is-
Spurs. They had to go through the Golden State
Yeah,
Warriors.
you keep naming those, but like the Spurs were done in 2014. The Lakers were done in 2012. And what was the third
And the
team that you mentioned?
Warriors.
And the Warriors, they were good enough to beat them. And those Warriors, that trio never played that Warriors though.
They never played that Warriors.
They
Harden
never
already
played
left.
that Warriors,
Oh.
bro.
Harden
This is the
already
best
left.
trio that's
No,
ever
but they
existed,
were
bro.
still going against the
That trio
Spurs.
wasn't even that together long enough for me to
I'm
compare
just-
them to these
All right,
guys,
but they
bro.
made the NBA Finals head what their second year?
when they were 22.
Their second year?
Yes, Jalen Williams is 23.
Okay.
Chet Holmgren is 22.
They
And
were
how old
in
is
shape.
SGA,
26.
though?
Okay.
26. How old was
Yes.
Kevin Durant when he made that finals?
22 years old.
Yeah.
And he
They're
never
all the
made one
second
again
year.
until he reached Golden State at the age of 27, 28.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, bro. These three.
Say whatever you want. Don't be
No.
lazy, though. Don't be
I'm not
lazy.
being lazy.
Don't be lazy.
If we're gonna
Wait,
do that,
wait,
listen.
wait,
Listen.
By the way, don't scrape off winning a championship just like it's
Hey,
not.
No,
who's-
I'm
hey,
not.
who's the
Huge,
third
I'm not
fucking deal,
scraping
bro?
it.
Who's the third best player on Boston?
Which Boston?
This Boston team.
The third best player?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
arguably.
say, for me, like, just.
Derek
I would
White?
say Derek White because he's more available than Porzingis.
Are they better than the 2010 Celtics with Kevin Garnett, Paul
Yeah,
Pierce,
this
and
team
Ray
is
Allen?
better than that 2010 Celtics.
That trio versus this trio.
Yeah,
They're
this-
better?
This team is better.
Talking about trios.
No, that trio is better. I would
Other
take
trio.
that 08 trio, yes. In 2008, I would take that trio.
I don't know if that team. I don't know.
But
if
they're
this
also
team-
better defensively, that trio, though.
I don't know if that. I think this team is probably better. I mean, I'm sorry. I think
Team.
That,
We're talking about trios?
oh no, I'm talking about even the teams. I think Boston's team is better. The Kevin
Kobe one?
Garnett ones.
No, I think these teams are better than that one. I think this team would have blew that one out of the water. But because also, again, guys, like,
Hey, that was
it's
a
not
deep
turning into
Boston
old
team
heads.
as well.
You know what I mean? They were a really good team, but they made 2 finals in a span of 4 or 5. They ended up blowing up that team because they were going nowhere.
In their defense,
You know what
I
mean?
never
they were
liked,
losing to Dwight Howard
in their
the East
defense.
in the East.
in their defense, and you know me, I could watch those guys go to hell. Boston Celtics. They ran into Kevin Garnett injuries.
They did for 1 year.
Yeah, that's
And
the
2
year
years
that
were healthy.
Orlando
They made the NBA
finals, and they lost to Kobe
Game 7.
one. No, I only brought that up
I
because
think this team. I still think this Boston team is better though.
Yeah, they are.
I only brought up my point because it's just lazy to do that.
Yeah.
That's all. Because
So
I
you
would
don't
argue,
like ring culture.
yeah, it definitely is about ring culture. We're gonna segue over to our ring
Come
culture.
on, James.
A lot of talk about ring culture. It's been a listen. LeBron's been catching a lot of flack for what he said on him and Steve Nash's podcast. I think they asked him like a simple question of like, you know, why is ring culture such a big thing? And he's like, I don't know. I personally didn't like the answer because I just like when LeBron's direct. Just not gonna lie to you. He knows why. I wanted to ask you guys about the whole ring culture and how you guys feel about ring culture in today's media.
If we're talking the media, it's trash. I will also say this. I mean, he was talking to a guy who has no championships.
You don't think he wanted to shit on him?
I'm sure it's his co-host. So, like, you know, he didn't want to be like, oh, no, rings are everything and they matter a lot. The guy's played 22 years. He knows how important championships are. You know, all he plays for is NBA championships. He knows how important they are.
You don't think his answer stemmed from the
It's from the GOAT debate. It's from the fact that people count 6 versus 4.
yeah.
But that's ESPN's fault. A lot of that was. Because for the longest time, that was never a thing. Where it's like, oh, he's better because he has more championships. It was always just like, he's better because he's better. And then, if you guys remember, around the turn of like the mid-2000s, 2006, 2010, we got an influx of debate shows on ESPN and a lot of national media networks. And nobody was going to sit there and provide all this context and go through the numbers and go through the teams they played against and played with. They weren't doing all that.
Because nobody wants to hear that.
They were just saying, he won the championship. This guy didn't. This guy has 0. Ring, ring, ring. I call LeBron, he didn't answer. Why? No rings. Like, that's what, that was the culture we were in. And then,
I remember that shit.
and then like,
That was funny as fuck.
Us Kobe fans.
Yeah,
it becomes to the point where, yes, a guy like Kevin Durant is going to say, to hell with you. I'm going to Golden State. Because if I don't win one, you're not going to call me great. So it turned into that. So I don't like it personally, but I will say, make it very clear, rings are very important.
Very.
And they're very important when we compare players of the same caliber.
Yeah.
How much you did win throughout your career definitely does matter. It definitely matters. There's a reason why Jason Tatum is greater to me than Tracy McGrady. Because as a basketball player, yeah, T-Mac might have been more elite. Maybe he was more elite. But one guy just won so much more. So how can I, you know what I mean? Like, how can I degrade Tatum for winning more? That doesn't make any sense to me. So that's the way I look at it. Same caliber, I don't mind it. I don't mind talking about rings when it's LeBron and Mike, for example. Where I mind it is when we talk about Robert Horry and fucking Shea. Yeah, that's where I draw the line with ring culture.
I really struggle with the whole ring culture thing because what is the point of playing basketball at the end of the day?
To one.
Any sport.
Yeah, and I'm using basketball specifically because football is so situational, bro. Just like it really is.
But there's a ring culture in the NFL among QBs, though, among quarterbacks.
Yes,
only quarterbacks,
absolutely.
but there is among quarterbacks.
Yes, there is. But when I think about basketball, the whole point is that you try to perform the best you can and you try to win a championship.
Yeah.
And to me, ring culture in the NBA is a lot more like prominent than it is with football because one guy in the NBA, like your superstar player, can affect what's happening on the floor a lot more. And what I mean by that is like sometimes Tom Brady couldn't affect what his defense was doing. You know, like a guy that scored 5 touchdowns in one game and he still lost. Like, yeah, it's like, but LeBron can hit the game-winning three-pointer and then block the ball just like he did against the or even against like the Warriors when he had that block, right? But yes, I mean, like when it comes to like debates for me, when it comes to rings, like it's almost 60 or 70% of the conversation, right? But it's on us fans to use the context because some people be like, well, yeah, Bill Russell's the best player ever because he has 11 or 10 or however much he has. But we all know he doesn't stem as a player compared to the other players. So,
right.
No, it definitely freaking matters, and it always will matter. But just add context. That's all.
Because it's new, though, also. Like how rabid we are about, how much did you win is new. Because if it wasn't, I mean, guys, like 1993. In 1993, they put up a Michael Jordan statue in Chicago with the label, the greatest ever. In 1993, he had won 3 championships. He was playing in an era where Magic had just won 5 in 9 years, and his running mate had won 6 in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It's wild.
But they looked at it, and they were right to do that. To look at it and say, yeah, that guy won 5, but this guy is obviously better. Like, even if the other guy won 5, like we could watch the game and clearly say this guy is better. We can see it with our own 2 eyes. You understand what I'm saying? It's new. It's not like an old thing where we're like, just look at rings. Like,
and this is something else that really like pisses me the fuck off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these players just weren't good enough to win championships, bro. Any era, any this, any that, they just weren't good enough to win, man. Karl Malone and Stockton weren't good enough to win championships, whether it was against Michael Jordan or if you would have placed them right now. They would have ran into LeBron James or Steph Curry or Kevin Durant now or Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan. Just like they ran into Michael Jordan. And let's not act like the Utah Jazz didn't have a good team. They had one of the best point guards ever and one of the best power forwards of all time. They couldn't win. They weren't good enough. Same thing with Charles. He wasn't good enough to win a championship. If you're good enough to win a championship, you end up doing it. Period.
Don't get me started on the 90s right now.
The NBA is starting to become situational, though.
Is it?
The OKC team. Built perfectly. That Boston team from last year, built perfectly.
I know, but they both have top 5 players in the league on the team.
Last year, Tatum was a top 5 player of.
Arguably. You go to
it's still like one guy can't do it all.
He could do a lot more. Shea has more impact on winning
an
NBA championship than Jalen Hurts just did winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I understand that.
Okay, we're just doing the same year. We're just
showing you. Let's just say you take out one of the players off that team. They might not win it. They might not be in the finals. If you take out JDub off that team, they still won't win the finals.
You can do that with a lot of.
The second
that's
best
what I'm saying,
player. But you
situational,
can take out the 4th best player.
On the OKC, who's the 4th best player? Dort?
Whoever you pick.
Okay.
And they could still be in the NBA finals. But in football, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Sometimes you can take off your 4th best player, and your 4th best player had a certain impact that allowed the team to be great.
Like, think about it like this, bro. Take out the 90s, right? Let's talk about players of recent. Like, guys, like Russ isn't good enough to win a championship. Like, let's just be honest. He wasn't good enough to win a championship. Just wasn't. James Harden was not good enough to win a championship.
I disagree with that.
Kawhi was.
I disagree.
Kawhi was good enough.
With that,
no,
bro.
And let me explain to you why real quick. Because, all right, we could look at a guy like James Harden. I'm not picking on him. I think he's one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. Like, just this damn straight. I have a lot of respect for James Harden, but he was not good enough. He had moments that he could have captured, and he didn't pull through some of these 4th quarters. He just didn't. And everybody could be like, oh, yeah, well, he ran into the Golden State Warriors. Are we sure even if he gets to the Golden State Warriors that he beats LeBron? My best is he doesn't. I don't think anybody beats LeBron. And let's just do the timeline thing. He don't beat Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, he don't do it. I don't care if I'm being,
No, that Houston team definitely doesn't.
He wasn't.
Well, you see what he said? The Houston team.
He wasn't good enough to win a championship.
I understand that, but if he had another piece with him,
he's played with a lot of.
He played with Chris Paul, man.
Okay.
He played with guys.
You had 2 guards. When's the last time 2 guards did that though?
But it doesn't.
Bro, if you I'm a big James Harden.
I'm not trying to shit on him.
If you built a lineup of teammates that he's played with, man, it looks like an all-time
he's
great
not
lineup.
Good enough.
Okay, like who?
His starting 5 would be a starting 5 of Kyrie, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, bro.
Okay.
That would be and Chris Paul. That would be his starting 5.
I played with Joel Embiid, Eddie, when he last year, 2 years ago.
He was still in his prime. And
we're
now
talking
Kawhi
about,
Leonard.
We're talking about
and now Kawhi Leonard.
We're talking about that Houston team.
Yeah, they had Chris Paul.
They had it. Yes, they didn't have a team good enough to beat Golden State.
Okay.
1,000%.
Yes.
He pushed that Golden State to the limit. That
Yes.
team. And he got everything he could have got out of Houston in that series. But the other 5, 6 years, 7 years he was in Houston in the playoffs, he did nothing, bro. I saw him play against San Antonio with Kawhi Leonard out of the game, and he shot 3 of fucking 17. I saw that, bro. And I saw it happen too many times. I saw him in this Game 7 that just fucking passed when they were clearly good enough to beat Denver. They were clearly good enough to beat Denver.
Game 7. You're in a Game 7. You're clearly good enough.
He did nothing, bro. He looked embarrassing out there.
Here's the thing, man. I truly believe that if you put prime James Harden on this OKC team, I don't think he wins a championship.
This one I don't know about.
Tell me why. Let me explain to you why. What is he going to do better than SGA? Is he going to score more efficiently than he's never been this efficient? What is
he's a better scorer. No, he wasn't a better scorer.
Yeah,
he's a much better passer than SGA.
Is he going to defend better than SGA?
He's just as good at scoring. I'm not going to take that.
But he's
maybe in their
SGA.
Okay.
Is he gonna whatchamacallit? Is he going to defend better than Harden?
No. He's not a defend better than
And
he's a lot better of a playmaker.
Is he going to play better in the fourth quarters? Because SGA was we were seeing what was happening when SGA was having bad fourth quarters.
Yes.
He did something in one fourth quarter that James Harden has never been able to do.
Yes.
Take a big game in the playoffs, in the NBA Finals, take it by control, and win the game for his team. Something that James Harden has never been able to do. I'm not trying to pick on James Harden. Same thing with Russ. Same thing with, who am I missing?
Melo.
There's a guy. Same thing with Melo. They were not good enough to win championships. And that matters when we talk about these things. This is not ring culture. They weren't good enough players, guys. They didn't impact the game enough.
Everybody you just named, they weren't well-rounded.
Chris Paul was not good enough to win a championship.
Chris Paul is a 5'11" point guard.
But
if we're going pound for pound, he was good enough to win a championship.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, we always try to do this and we try to say, yeah, but they ran into this. You're always going to run into great players, man. You got to be good enough to do it, man. Yeah. Guess who was good enough to win a championship? Guess who else was good enough to win a championship? They're good enough to win.
Giannis had probably the Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton played a hell of a year, man.
But in a game six,
it's Chris Middleton.
In a game 6, you just played a game with us.
It's JDub, man.
But wait.
Now you look at it like, come on.
JDub's
guys, but wait,
cool. How old was Chris Middleton 5 years ago? How old was Chris Middleton?
He's old, bro.
But what did Giannis do in game 6 against the Phoenix Suns? Didn't he have
50.
like
15, 14?
He had 50 with 5 blocks.
Joker averaged a triple-double in the freaking finals, bro. Like, come on, man. If you're good enough, you make it happen. I'm sorry. Kevin Durant. I believe there's a big reason why Kevin Durant went to the Warriors.
Not good enough?
I believe in his heart of hearts, he didn't think he was good enough to win a championship. I really believe that. Because why else?
That's when you start.
Wait, Hetty.
That's when you start to reach, though, brother.
Why else, Hetty, do you make that move out of all the moves? Because here's the thing. He did it to chase the ring.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm not mad at him for doing it, but he can't be mad at us for putting context around it.
I think
Why did he do it?
Kevin Durant can we just give him this credit, right?
One of the greatest players ever.
By far, right? And like the older and older I'm getting, to be honest with you, the more and more I'm liking Kevin Durant. Less and less
I don't hate Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't hate Kevin Durant.
He's an extremely smart basketball player. He's never ever in his career been a dumb basketball player.
No.
He's always been a very smart basketball player. And when it came out, he did come out and say, like, the system that they showed me, how they wanted to insert me in, made a lot of sense for me as a hooper. And I believe him when he said that. Because I believe that's how Kevin Durant thinks about things. Mm-hmm. And it's also like, yeah, that's going to win me a championship. But I think it's just as much as, yeah, my game is going to be easy here. It's going to be a lot easier for me to play basketball here. And I think he was sick of Russell Westbrook. I think those were just as big as, like, yeah, let me win a championship.
To
me, that's what I could be wrong. You could be wrong. We could both be right. I don't know.
I think you're 100% right. I think he looked at it like, yeah, bro, that's the perfect freaking.
I don't think he looked at it as like, I can't beat LeBron without this team. I think Golden State did that.
No, I think
they looked at it like we can't beat LeBron anymore.
I think they both did that.
But he played him one time, though.
Yeah, he played him one time.
Real talk.
I don't think he had his eyes on LeBron at all. He had his eyes on a chip and only a chip.
No,
that's all he had his eyes on.
You always have your eye because you know who you have to go through to win a championship.
You don't think Steph Curry in those meetings or when he talked to KD, you don't ever think he said, like, we need something for LeBron?
Yeah. Wait. Absolutely.
But I don't think KD ever said, yeah, I can't beat LeBron without you guys, bro. I can't see that ever happening from one of the most elite talents ever. Exactly. I can't see that coming from him, bro.
Guys, he played him one time in his career.
Guys.
We could be very wrong. We don't know.
I know. We're nobody's right or wrong. But my whole
KD, let us know, man.
But the problem with
sniper.
The only problem with KD that I ever have is, like, you can make that move and that's fine. But there's a reason why nobody thinks that Kevin Durant's a top 10 player of all time.
You sure?
Does anybody for sure have him pegged in? Why don't you for sure have Kevin Durant pegged in?
He didn't win enough.
He didn't win enough in his career, and then when he did win, it was
no. He just didn't win enough in his career.
No, guys, because he has 2 Finals MVPs. He has an MVP under his belt.
Yeah, but that's not top 10 though. You know what I mean? Like
guys,
all those guys have 2 or 3.
It would be a lot easier for us to have that discussion if he didn't do it on a team that just
100%. If he had 1-2 in OKC,
and that's the only thing that makes me mad about Kevin Durant. Don't be mad at me because I bring that up. Am I saying anything wrong for bringing that up?
No, not at all.
Yeah, but when I look at a top 10 list or when I look at a top 15 list, I'm not gonna say, oh, he only has 2 because he went to the Warriors.
Oh, I am.
I'm just gonna say he has 2.
I am. If they could do that about Steph Curry,
no. But then why is he better than Hakeem? Hakeem has 2.
Well, he's not. I'm not saying he is.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't win enough.
Yeah,
and if they could do that
exactly.
to Kobe,
okay, he didn't win enough. That's the key word. Not saying
he didn't win enough when he wasn't with the Golden State Warriors. He didn't win.
He just didn't win enough. That's it.
Didn't win at all.
Bro,
I'm just gonna be. Am I wrong?
He won 2.
He didn't win without the Golden State Warriors, guys. He didn't win.
Yeah, but he went to a team where he was the best player on that team.
It wasn't his team.
But he was the best player on that team. It
wasn't his team.
It was basically his team. He was the best player on that team for 2 years.
He was the best player on that team, but it wasn't his team.
It wasn't his team. I understand that.
Bro.
Okay, I'll give him that. But he was the best player on that team.
And to me, the more and more we get away from that team, the more and more I realize and understand it might have been Steve Kerr's team. We're just being real about it.
But I mean, at the end of the day,
really
guys, like there's the ring culture.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But yeah, don't get mad at me when I start adding
ring culture. Context with ring culture.
Yes, that's all it has to be.
But then we don't like ring culture because ring culture isn't context. Ring culture is just this guy has 5, this guy has 4.
Yeah, I don't like ring culture.
I don't like ring culture.
I don't like ring culture. I didn't listen.
Ring culture is for casuals.
Yeah,
Can we just be real.
Just like real talk.
Just say
I
how it
didn't
is.
listen. I didn't like LeBron's answer for the main reason of that. LeBron, just say what you got. Say what you really want to say at the end of the day.
What do you want me to say? I'm better than Mike, and you guys keep saying 6, and I have 4, but I'm better.
Yes, bro. Because the alternative answer was like, I'm dodging it. LeBron, we all know you don't have as many championships as Mike.
I think it had to do with the fact that he was talking to Steve Nash.
Who had 0 rings.
Yeah.
I think that has something to do with it. He seems to be a socially aware guy.
I got you. We'll move off of the ring culture thing. We're
gonna do the Robins or what?
Let's do the Robins.
I'm interested in this, man.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
I'm actually gonna have you do the top 3. Give us your top 3 Robins of all time. Set it off.
How about we go 3? You tell me your 3s. We go 2s and then 1s. At number 3.
So can I ask you a question before we jump into this? Are we just talking about
the second best player on the team?
Because a lot of my guys are just obvious guys, bro.
Number 3, I have the captain. I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the 3rd greatest Robin that's ever lived. Who do you have, man?
My number 3?
Uh-huh.
I had Steph Curry.
Wow. It's a good one.
Steph Curry.
It's a really good one.
Who's your number 2?
My number 2 is a guy who was arguably a better sidekick than Robin was. He's more synonymous with a Robin than anybody that's ever lived, and that's Scottie Pippen, bro. The ultimate Robin. Scottie Pippen was such a great Robin. In other sports, you'll say, yeah, man, he's Scottie Pippen to that Michael Jordan. In walks of life that have nothing to do with sports, they'll say, that's Scottie Pippen to that Michael Jordan. I need my Scottie Pippen. How many times have you heard it? I need my Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
I'm going Scottie Pippen number 2.
Out of respect, I had Scottie Pippen, my number 2 also.
6 championships.
Just because he had 6 championships, I got to go with my number 2. I'm going to skip over you. My number 1 is Kobe Bryant. He's the greatest Robin/Batman of all time, and there's no way to put it.
My greatest is also Kobe being Bryant, a Black Mamba, and I don't think it's even close, to be honest with you.
Because I think people forget.
They'll say Robin. I mean, Batman is a stretch. He was Robin with Batman moments, but he was Robin.
Let's just say that there would have not been a Batman without a Robin in that situation. I think people...
He was clearly Robin.
He was clearly Robin, but I think people...
He's just the best Robin that's ever
I think
lived.
some of the most lazy... I think the laziest thing people ever do is discredit what Kobe did in that run and people pegging other people.
I don't discredit it. We just talked about context around ring culture.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
The Shaq was so dominant.
You know what's the problem with Kobe Bryant? It's his fans. I'm just gonna be.
It's
really
his
real
what?
with you. It's his fans. I'm gonna be really real with you, and I'm gonna shoot it to you straight. His fans Like, so Kobe is remember one of our biggest videos was when I said he's overrated and underrated at the same time. Because people will either have him as the greatest player that's ever lived, which is overrating him, or top 14.
Yeah.
When he's, closer to like 3 to 7, 6, wherever you want to put him in that neighborhood, in that range, that's where he should be. But Kobe fans fuck that up. Because you sit there and talk about Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and it's killer this and killer that, and ha ha ha, and ha ha. And then they bring up 5 rings. And then that's when people start shitting on it and go to the complete other extreme without understanding, like, the first one he averaged 16 a game, but what about the third one when he averaged 29? Like, both of those things happen.
My only thing is the first one, yes. The second and the third one, though, my problem with that is people try to peg in a lot of other players. Like, if you put him there, put him. How many players do we know at that age was averaging damn near 30 points in a playoff run?
It was 2 guys outside of him. It was T-Mac and AI. Those are the 2 guys.
Maybe T-Mac.
Oh, they were averaging 33.
Maybe.
He was averaging 33.
Maybe.
On an Orlando team.
But yes. Yeah. No, Kobe's the greatest Robin of all time. And then he went to go on to be on his own Batman.
Superman.
Can you imagine Tim Duncan would have ended up in Orlando, though?
I think we'd be looking at a totally different landscape. I don't think
NBA.
He would not be in the top 10 of all time.
Who?
Tim Duncan.
You're insane, bro.
Because he was going to go to Orlando and play with
T-Mac,
who ended up falling apart.
Who's better than any player he's ever played with.
I know, but had he
T-Mac falling apart is better than anything Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili have ever done.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Sure,
and what is Tim Duncan without Greg Popovich in that system?
What is Greg Popovich without Tim Duncan?
It's not pegged in that he wins 5 championships.
No, not 5.
Because Tim Duncan, yes, as a player probably would still view him the same way, but Greg Popovich has his handprints all over guys like Tony Parker and Manu.
If Duncan would have won 3 in Orlando, that would have been way bigger than 5 in San Antonio. Because the 3 would have been entertaining. Because he would have been paired up with Tracy McGrady.
That would have been wild.
So it wouldn't have been boring to watch. It wouldn't have been, like, what is this? It would have been, T-Mac and Tim Duncan on the same
did Tracy play with Shaq?
No.
No.
Shaq bounced on Penny and made the right choice and went to LA.
Tracy was in Orlando for a few years after that. For like a long time.
He started with the Raptors, right?
Yeah. Yes, I believe it was 98. 98 or 99. But guys, Shaq left Orlando like early. Like, I know they won in 2000, but he left in 96.
Yeah. They made a finals in his second? His
fourth. They were he left in 96. They made the finals in 2000. The first time. When they made the finals, they never lost. 3 straight.
I got one last thing I want to say about the NBA, and this is really quick. The NBA does not have a three-point shooting problem. They don't have a fouling problem. They don't have a parity problem, but they have an absolute traveling problem. Could the NBA officials please sit down this summer and figure out what a travel is in the NBA and what isn't? Because I'm not going to lie to you, the amount of threes that teams shoot has never bothered me. The physicality and lack thereof has never bothered me. But, bro, I don't know what a travel is anymore. I really don't know what a travel is. I'm watching these games, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, he picked up his pivot. Like, I don't know what a travel is anymore, bro. It's actually nasty. Like, everybody was complaining about SGA when they said that he pushed off. I don't care about that. No, he traveled.
He took 4 steps. Legitimately took 4 steps.
After he pushed him off, which I don't care about that. That's NBA finals. That's basketball. Yeah. He took 6 steps backwards and took a shot.
And tripped. And then after 2 steps, he tripped.
So either call the foul or call the travel.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about that. It's just like, I watch these guys constantly travel. It's a problem, bro. Yeah. It's a problem. It's nasty to watch, bro. It is nasty to watch. That's nasty to watch.
It is nasty to watch. I don't think it's a huge issue.
It's a problem, bro.
It's a problem for...
Not a big issue where it's deciding games.
No, it's not about deciding games.
It's a problem for, like, purists.
It's just kind of like, all right, bro, this guy's taking a whole nother step.
But these guys have gotten so fucking athletic. You can't even tell how many steps
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the game got so much more better.
Bro.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that means that if the game got better, the referees need to get better.
I mean, we still have the same referees from 20 years ago, man.
They need to get better.
And you can't sit there at every single play and review it and go in slow motion.
No, but...
We see it in slow motion, and we decide if it's a travel.
But, bro, some of these things, if it looks wrong, probably is a travel.
We had a little, Me and my brother-in-law had a little spit today on, a little debate on WhatsApp about, athleticism, more entertaining and more exciting highlights. What was Derrick Jones Jr.'s 40 time?
I actually have no idea.
It was 4.4.
Yeah, 4.4.
4.4 with a 45-inch vertical as 6'6".
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? These refs, they're not computers. They're human beings. How are you supposed to see an extra half step with a guy who's running a 4.40?
But Hetty,
And we're talking about like the 11th best player on an NBA team.
I'm not mad about the bang bang plays. I'm not mad about the bang bang. I'm not even mad about the SGA one. Maybe they just didn't catch it.
No, I'm talking about traveling.
Yeah, but
How are they supposed to catch that?
Because like there's some obvious ones. Like there's that play that Ant does a lot where he like goes up and then he takes that whole other step where it's like he's not doing that fast, but like that's just obviously a travel.
Yeah,
It's like a fake.
I feel like the refs don't even know what a travel is, or now we just like invent these these moves, like these NBA players invent these like moves.
Like James Harden traveled his whole career.
Like I'm just like dead ass, bro. Like we're sitting here. I was taught that
picking up dribbles and we're taking 2 steps back after we pick up the dribble.
Like that's a travel. Or like when somebody's sitting there and they're pump faking, they're going in, getting off their pivot, taking 2 steps and going in. Like, yeah, bro.
Do we have the rule? Do we know if that's a travel or not?
That is a travel.
I mean that
Can't move your.
I mean, I've always been either I don't know what a travel is or
no. I mean, but like I'm sure there's different rules for MHSAA and for the fucking NBA.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's a regular. No,
I mean that's serious. They're different.
travel's
They're
a
different
travel.
rules.
I mean, I've always learned that if you have the ball, you pick up your pivot foot.
Yeah.
You either got to shoot that bitch.
No, they definitely look like travels to me.
Yeah, I'm just saying either I don't know what it is or the NBA just.
I think it's a mix. I think it's like it's lost. It's gotten lost to what a travel is, but I think it's also, man, like these guys are fast, bro. They're moving fast, bro.
It's literally the same thing.
Anything else?
I know, but there's different.
I get what you mean.
There's different. Like the NBA rule book is long, Ali, and there's like fucking 80 rules. Like under traveling, there's like 700 things. Like where you can pick up your pivot, where you can't pick up your. There's a bunch of shit.
My guess is these refs and the NBA is kind of turn a blind eye to it. I'm just like dead ass to it.
I think it's too fast sometimes to catch, and when they do catch it, like you said, I don't think they want to blow it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, boys. We just had a whole 15-minute break trying to figure out what an NBA travel is and is not, and I still don't know. Do any of you guys know yet?
Absolutely not. No.
Alrighty, we're just gonna.
What we were taught in high school, man, is definitely not that.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Tell you that much.
I don't know, but we're not here to talk about NBA traveling or dunks or fouls. We're ready for our NBA games.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yes,
dun,
sir,
dun,
baby.
dun.
I think you guys will like these games. I think so. First one we're going to do, it really came to my attention to start this game because I was looking at some highlights and I'm like, let's compare some highlights, right? So you guys are going to tell me which NBA highlight is better. First one up, the Dr. J scoop layup against the Lakers or the Vince Carter dunk on Alonzo Mourning?
I'm going to Dr. J layup. It's more iconic.
I'm going to Vince Carter dunk Alonzo Mourning. That hang time was crazy.
Bro, I get how iconic the Dr. J one was, Hetty. But when Vince Carter elevated, bumped into Alonzo Mourning, stayed in the air for another 3 seconds, and then jammed it on his head, yes, bro, I'm going with the Vince
Dr. J might have been in the air longer than Vince was, though.
Can I say something?
Like, it was from one side of the backboard to the other, guys.
Now they're both irrelevant. Now we see that every time.
No.
Dr. J one is iconic.
No, the Dr.
Giannis
J.
does that every other game, man.
No.
Get out of here.
Not like that.
I
Get
haven't seen anybody.
I've seen LeBron get close.
Yeah,
not like that.
Ant's dunks this year is better than any dunk I've ever seen in my
We're
lifetime.
not talking about Ed's dunks. We're talking about Vince Carter's
I'm just saying.
Nobody's on the Dr. J.
Giannis has, man.
No,
What are you talking
not
about?
that smooth.
They've gotten close, but like
Not that
not
smooth.
Like that.
No.
We've seen it.
Not that smooth.
I mean, I'm not agreeing with about. We've seen it.
Not that smooth.
I'm gonna pull up a highlight tonight. After
This
Guys have done it, but it didn't
I
look
know.
like
I
that.
know.
And it wasn't in the NBA Finals. Magic Johnson. and the
Hey,
Lakers.
we're gonna get a fucking highlight
a
at 3
barrage
o'clock in the
of
morning.
highlights.
Fucking petty ass group. The Kobe Bryant buzzer against the Phoenix Suns, or the LeBron James buzzer against the Orlando Magic.
No, I'm going with Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Against the Phoenix Suns.
Absolutely, that thing.
Just the shot was better.
It was such.
So can I say that to the
he
commentator?
created
No?
it. Huh?
Can I say?
do
Can
the
I say the
commentator.
commentator?
Go ahead. Shoot.
No, it's not what's called. We gotta watch it.
What?
We gotta watch it.
Wait, do you know it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go do it.
Walton with the tip. Bryant with the save. Oh, you got to get a shot off here. Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
Wow.
What on kind of video, man.
Hey, bro,
Video.
you might have a talent that.
Yeah.
I remember these commentating.
Okay, give us do you know the LeBron one?
LeBron for a 3 in the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer. Marv Albert's overrated ass. Get the hell out of here, man.
All right.
All your favorite ones are Marv Albert.
No, they're Kevin Harlan.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Which ones are
I love Kevin Harlan.
That was Marv.
Which one?
LeBron James with no regard.
That's Marv Albert.
That's Kevin Harlan.
I think that was Kevin.
Don't fuck with me like that,
bro.
I'm pretty sure that's Marv Albert.
Well,
I'll get back to you on that. Was it a TNT game?
Kevin Harlan does TNT.
No, Marv was doing TNT.
They both do TNT.
At that point, it was Marv Albert.
They both do TNT.
Come back to that.
Okay.
You got.
He likes the student, not the teacher.
Yeah, that is really weird.
It's a weird thing.
That is really weird. All right, James Harden dropping Wesley Johnson, or AI dropping Antonio Davis twice.
James Harden. James Harden.
You know why it was worse?
It's so
You know
disrespectful.
why James Harden one was worse?
Because he looked at his ass.
He looked at him.
And then licked his lips.
Stared at his ass.
And the problem was, like, you could see, like, the other Clippers defenders, nobody wanted anything from it, too. They're like,
I'd be mad.
you're good, bro. Like, you could take the shot.
Bang.
I'm going to James Harden.
He
one.
licked
Harden,
his
easy.
lips.
Yeah.
He licked his lips.
He legit looked. He's like, oh, wow, this
set.
motherfucker's really on the ground, bro, huh?
He set
Hey,
his
the
feet.
guy's AI dropped him twice. He dropped the guy.
No, it was not. Who would you rather be? Antonio Davis or Wesley Johnson?
Oh, I would rather be Antonio
Because
Daniels.
you can lose your balance off of
Yeah, because like,
Yeah, you'd be like, I tripped.
But Wesley Johnson?
No, you didn't trip.
because you know,
My baby, you touched
because
earth.
Harden like embarrassed him. He held the ball.
And
after.
Harden had a lot of embarrassments against the Clippers, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember when he made fucking Paul George and Pat Beverly?
Hey,
they tackled each other.
I became a freaking James Harden
Yeah,
fan
bro.
just for what he did to Pat
so
Bev.
hard to stop when he was
Oh
on
my
bro.
God.
Jesus.
The LeBron block on Iggy or the Tayshaun Prince block
LeBron block.
on
Is that
Reggie.
a question, bro? Come on, Hakeem, man. Are you serious?
Listen, that Prince block was nuts, though.
Bro, one was an NBA Finals game in a crucial moment.
Doesn't matter. Even like the actual block was more impressive, bro.
Yeah, Eddie, but like I think
There's no ball.
I think
There's no
Tayshaun
ball.
was like farther.
There's no ball. There's no ball.
I'm going with LeBron. I'm
He
agreeing
had
with you.
he had both sides of the blackboard. He had both sides of the backboard blocked. No. Against a 40-year-old Reggie Miller and an Andre
Hey,
Iguodala.
up to that point, the Tayshaun Prince block was the best one up to that point.
Best chase down block.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dude, that ball
He had his head on the rim.
was like this close from the backboard.
Fact check me later. But I'm pretty sure that play sent him to the finals.
It did.
It did.
Oh, okay.
It
It
sure
did, bro. What are you talking about? That's why it was such
Reggie
a
Miller
big
was
deal.
saying it was an interview.
Yeah.
I seen him when he was talking about it. He said, man, he said, I didn't see nobody.
Yeah.
I hated the Pistons so much.
Yeah, that's because
Because
LeBron
of-
James wasn't in the league yet and they were used to it.
No, he was in the league. I was all for.
Are you doing your game next, or do you want me to do this?
No, I'm gonna do my game next.
Alrighty.
But you guys better choose wisely on this game.
Hey, look at me real quick.
I'm trying to lean you either way.
He messed us. He messed with us 2 weeks ago when he showed us those two guys. Get on your A game right now.
I'm on it.
This one is kind of obvious, but it's not.
All right.
Just saying. Go ahead and look at your devices. And tell me.
Is this playoffs or regular season?
This is playoffs. Tell me whose career would you rather have? Based on these two guys' stats in the playoffs, who would you rather have? Who would you rather be?
I mean, it's pretty
I'd rather
obvious,
be John
bro.
Stockton, man.
I mean, I would rather be 23, basically 23, 4-4, and have a ring.
In retrospect, player two is his stats are better, but the obvious better player is number one.
Who's number two?
I'm saying number one is John Stockton for sure. I know that.
Who's number two?
Number two.
Is that JDub?
Oh, JDub doesn't have a ring.
Oh, I mean, I thought maybe Hetty would try some.
23 points, 3.5.
No, I mean,
Can I get the year?
No, this is their whole career.
Oh, this is
Oh.
career.
This is their whole career in the playoffs.
I think I gotta be number two. I gotta be guy
Whole
number two.
career.
I gotta be the guy with the ring, man.
Ring? Who would you rather be? One or two?
Wait a second.
Who would you rather be? And the game isn't to guess who it is.
I'm
saying,
looking
who
at the
would you rather
stats.
be?
I'm looking at the stats.
Better 3-point shooter, better free throw shooter.
Yeah, I mean, number 2.
Sure.
So who are the difference? Who are these two guys?
Number 1 is John Stockton. Number 2 is Kyrie Irving. Good job, guys. You'd rather be Kyrie Irving over John Stockton.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I mean, I
would.
Our 15th best player in our generation is better than your 4th.
We got it right? We'd rather be like, obviously, Kyrie Irving.
Well, I mean, yeah.
John Stockton's great all time, but like, Kyrie Irving is a better basketball player than John Stockton.
I'm still taking what's called. I'm still taking Kyrie.
I'm going Kyrie.
I'm going Kyrie. Easy.
I'd rather have that career. But
hey,
each his own.
Yeah. Good one.
All right.
I'm just going to use this game from now on just to expose the older generation.
Honestly,
just being honest with you.
Honestly, Wallah, you should.
Just being honest with you, bro.
Wallah, you
The
should.
narrative
You know,
behind this
numbers,
guy, bro.
women lie, men lie, numbers don't, bro.
Narrative behind this guy. All of this to show that Michael Jordan played bums. That's the only reason you're doing
Can I ask
this.
you a question?
No, you can't, bro.
Before we get going, can I ask you a question?
No, because this is not.
Just one question.
What's
It's just a simple question.
up?
Simple question.
What's up?
Okay. Outside of Magic Johnson,
Yes.
name me one player Michael Jordan played in the NBA Finals that had a championship under his belt.
Kareem.
Answer- Who?
Hakeem.
No. He never played Hakeem Olajuwon in the NBA Finals. The answer is no one. Move on.
But some of those guys didn't have one because of,
Who? Like who?
I mean, Charles. He was an
What about
MVP.
Charles? He played one time in the NBA Finals.
He did.
Charles was in the league for 20 years.
Yeah, he
John
did.
Stockton and Karl Malone, they were in the league for 20 years. They played him 2 times in 20 years. Who is it? Who is it? We'll go down the ring of LeBron James, Tim Duncan,
bro,
Kevin
it's-
Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay
Listen,
Thompson,
nobody
Draymond
right,
Green,
nobody right.
Kawhi Leonard.
All right, let's move on before we get this guy going and up and going. Alrighty, this one I'm excited for to see. All right, 7-game series, fully healthy. Who is winning this series? Team 1 has Luka, SGA, Tatum, Giannis, and the Joker versus Steph Curry, Kyrie, LeBron James, KD, and AD. Today, who wins that series?
Go with the old heads, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the old heads.
Not a
Because,
question.
you know, man, to the casual NBA eye, when they look at these two teams, they're like, oh, yeah, man, the top teams, they're younger, they're better. But there's one thing you forget sometimes. You forget. These young guys forget. The second team is a smarter basketball team than the first one. The second team knows how to win basketball games due to experience more than the first one does. But you know what the second team also has? They have a more complete skill set than the first team. And they mesh way better than the first team does. And every player on that second team is going to excel at his role. And they're going to know their role, and they're going to play it better than anybody could ever play it. The first one is going to be a mishmash and a clusterfuck of elite talent, but it's a mishmash and a fucking clusterfuck. The second team is a lot harder to guard than the first team. More shot makers, more shot creators, they're going to be harder to guard. I rest my fucking case, man.
Just better players.
We're talking about today. We ain't even talking about in their prime. If we're talking in their primes, this shit's fried chicken.
We're talking about today.
We're talking about today.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking today, I got to go with Team 1.
I'm going with
Nuts.
I'm going with Team 1 if
Nope.
I win today.
And
Nope.
I'll just tell you why,
LeBron's
bro.
fried. KD's fried.
AD's fried.
Ron averaged 25 and 10.
Hey, who?
25 8 and 8.
I mean, but
Kevin Durant just
but
averaged 27.
If we're
Okay.
talking about
so
enough,
did Luka.
Steph Curry just averaged 25 a game.
So
Who's fried?
So
I mean,
did-
Hedy,
so-
we could do that.
81 healthy was averaging
Eddie,
25 10 in defensive player of the
and
year.
I
we're
have
getting locked- we're
Luka.
getting locked
I have,
up.
wait,
Who's fried?
I could do the same thing. I have Luka who gives you a triple double, a 30-point triple double. I give you SJ.
He can't give you a 30-point triple double on this team.
He's gonna give you some version of that.
Okay.
I give you SGA.
Can I ask you a question? Who's the ball handler on this team?
SGA.
You have 2 guys.
So who is it?
SGA.
Honestly,
Well, we've always said when you have 2 guys, you have none. So who is it?
but both those guys can play off ball. SGA.
Who can play off ball? Luka Doncic can play off ball? Are you nuts?
Kyrie can play off ball.
Yeah, way better than Luka and SGA
It would be
can.
the same exact way.
No, it would not. Hakeem, I have the best off-ball players in the
Exactly.
league on my
You
team.
have
What are you
probably the
talking
best
about?
off-ball player ever.
I think I'm gonna go with. Listen, you guys know I love my old heads. I
Nope.
think today,
All right, go prime.
Prime is a different story. Team 2 destroys them. in
Okay,
prime,
man.
bro.
Then
We're
when
we
you're
have
talking about
Frick
old
on
heads.
them.
This is basically like Team USA versus
Who do you
Team
think
World.
is going to mesh better, Team 1 or Team 2?
Team 2.
Team
think is
2
gonna
is
mesh
going to
better?
mesh better, but I think that you're talking about a backcourt of Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry.
Chicken.
They're going to get
chicken.
absolutely sought out on defense because
Yes.
every one of those guys in the top.
Yes, just
can
like Luka
destroy.
was. All year.
That's
Luka
the
can play
only
defense.
guy, though.
Just like Luka.
That's
All
the
year.
only guy, though, bro.
All year.
And I've watched Joker destroy. I watched Joker destroy AD. Giannis.
Have you watched him destroy AD with Kevin Durant in his front court? I don't think so.
This is Kevin Durant, who's 37 years old, guys.
He just averaged 27 a game.
Well, we're talking about guys in
He's
a
about to go on
playoff
the
series.
trading market, and he's about to be the most sought-after trading
We
piece
know
in the
that
league.
KD at 37 years old is a lot different.
27 a
bro.
game.
Same thing with LeBron. We know it's not the same.
25, 8, and 8.
It's not the same.
Can I
same
interest you in
thing, bro.
25, 8, and 8?
I'll give you a 30-point triple-double with Joker.
But they're not going to do
Eddie,
that
who's
together.
guarding Giannis?
How do you know that these guys are all
Because
good
they mesh a
together?
lot better.
I'm going with game one. I'm going
Team
with
2 meshes a lot better than Team 1
I
does.
think there's a lot more talent.
Team 2 is going to have way
Like
more
right now,
chemistry
yeah,
than Team
I'm
1
probably
does.
gonna-
I
Cool.
think maybe like 3-4 years earlier, different
I
story.
don't know, man.
No.
I just seen Team USA.
Who's the worst player on Team 1?
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum is a lot better than Kyrie Irving
Yeah, that's it.
today.
But he's not a lot better than anybody else on that Team 2.
Luka today is a lot better than Steph
Steph?
Curry. Yes, a lot.
Yeah, he's a lot better.
He's a lot better.
He's a lot better.
SGA
Is better than LeBron?
arguably
Yes.
is he's the best player.
in the league. Okay.
on-
In the league. So is Giannis and Jokic.
Yes,
How
bro.
are Giannis and Jokic going to play together?
Perfectly, bro.
How
You have-
perfectly?
You have two best passers in the league. They're gonna figure it
How?
out, bro.
What are they going to figure out?
Giannis
Giannis is the best passer in the league. Giannis is one of the best passers in the league now.
He's one of the best playmakers in the league. Guy can
He's one of the
average.
best passers in the league now. 6 assists a
Daddy.
game is one of the best passers in the league.
Come on, bro, guys.
Llama.
We have two of the best passers in the league on the same team. They're not gonna be able to mesh. Luka and Luka and Joker are not gonna be able to mesh together.
Yeah, but it's not just Luka.
It's the same way.
Joker.
It's the same
Luka,
way.
Joker, Giannis, Tatum, and
I have
Shea.
Baby.
Yeah, hey, I'm taking Team 2.
If
man.
you take Shea off the ball, what is Shea?
I'm taking.
I'm trying to understand,
taking
what
Team
is
2
Shea?
I'm
based
definitely
off-
okay with him dominating it. I'm okay with
So
dominating
you're okay
it.
with taking Luka off the ball?
Yes, I'm okay with it.
What's Luka going to do
They
without
could-
the ball?
They could take
He's
turns.
the most ball
They could take
dominant player in the
turns.
league.
They could take
But
turns.
you know what Steph's going to do without the ball?
He's gonna
Cook.
run circles.
You
Exactly.
know what Kyrie's going to do without the ball? Cook.
I just think
You know when I need a bucket?
guys. I just think,
Brother, we
guys,
just watched them.
Hey,
Team
when I need a
USA
bucket, I'm way more
I know,
comfortable
but
with Team 2.
USA
last
wasn't-
summer.
Team USA wasn't going up against the best players in
They
the
were
league.
going some of them.
No,
Team
not
2,
together.
not
man.
together. Okay, which is
on.
like
I am way
guys.
more comfortable with Team 2 going to get me a bucket late in the fourth quarter than I am with Team 1.
Oh no,
I think
way
def-
more comfortable.
I think
Oh, no,
defensively,
What?
Eddie SGA with the ball.
What? SGA with the ball? I just saw him choke 3 straight fourth quarters,
Or
bro.
Luka.
SGA with the ball.
or I have Luka with the ball in the fourth quarter. What
Honestly, what are you talking about?
are you talking about, bro?
mean-
I have a guy.
I
I have a guy in Giannis.
The second and third and fourth clutchest.
Just hear me
The
out,
first, second, and
Hetty.
third clutchest players on these 10 are on Team 2.
Hetty. I
Yeah, they
think
are.
that the only problem I have is
Curry
I think
LeBron.
that Team 2.
No, LeBron, Steph, and
Just
KD.
hear me
yeah.
out. I think that Team 2 is going to have a little bit of trouble scoring when you have the amount of. Yes,
You
bro.
thought scoring was their issue?
gonna
I
have-
thought
yeah.
defending
Defending
was
was
their
their
issue.
issue.
Scoring is
yeah,
their issue.
they're gonna have trouble,
You're nuts.
and you have guys like you put
You
Giannis
are
on either
crazy.
one of those two guys, bro.
On which guy?
You could put Giannis on LeBron or KD.
What's LeBron? What's he going to do on LeBron?
What is he gonna do, LeBron?
Yeah, what's he
Come
gonna do
on,
LeBron?
man.
What's he going to do on LeBron?
Come on. Then you don't think that
He has
Giannis
to
is
guard
that
point-
good?
So now we take him out of the paint because LeBron's running point on this team.
And Giannis will be just fine doing that, bro. He'll be
Still
just
going to get 25
fine.
on his head.
I'm with you.
bounce.
Because I just see him.
Team 2 is,
I'm
you know
with
what? You know what it is about you new NBA fans, man? You guys don't know something called fucking chemistry.
One
You
guy's
guys
40
don't-
years old. They're all 40.
You guys don't know something
They're all
called
40.
meshing together. You guys don't know something called being able to complement each other. Team 1 doesn't complement each other. Team 1 is going to be a barrage and a fucking clusterfuck of who gets the ball this time. Team 2 is going to be a well-oiled, balanced fucking machine with LeBron James running fucking point, Steph Curry playing off-ball, which is the best off-ball player that's ever existed. Kyrie Irving is one of the best shot makers that's ever existed. Still a better shot maker than anybody on the front 5 outside of maybe Shea. Kevin Durant, who's one of the most elite scorers ever, still to this day is averaging 27 fucking a game. And we have one of the best two-way players in the league. Arguably better than Jokic. Arguably a better two-way player than fucking Nikola
Two-way.
Jokic.
Two-way.
AD. What are you talking about
We've
right
seen
now?
every time those two guys get together.
What are you talking about?
We see every time those two guys have ever guarded.
Yes,
each
get
other.
together with Jamal Murray and Jokic and LeBron and AD. Not
Eddie,
LeBron, AD, with Steph
I could do the
Curry.
same thing. I could go on a barrage of, we have the Joker who averages a 30-point
All right, so now
triple-double.
who you took off the
Wait
ball?
a second. Give me a
Who
second.
you took him off the
we
ball?
have Giannis, who is one of the
But you
best
took-
two-way players
but
of
you took
all
him off the
time.
ball.
We have Tatum, who is one of the best all-around
But
players
you took
in the
him off the
league.
ball.
Hedy, it doesn't matter, man.
But you took
Joker
him off
is
the
one of
ball,
the
though.
Yeah,
best.
but you're saying 30-point triple doubles and 30-point this. They're not gonna score 30. all
No,
the
they're
time.
not gonna
He's
have
doing the
30.
same thing,
No, he's
though.
not.
No,
He's not
no.
saying
He's bringing up all their points.
No, they're not.
Kevin Durant getting 27 on this team is way more likely than Luka getting 30, 10, and 10 on that team, bro. It's way more likely.
I have a lot
Are
of
you
trouble.
crazy?
I have a lot of trouble.
Listen,
thinking,
it's a good like matchup.
I have a lot of trouble. This would be a fucking. I would like great.
That's probably what's gonna happen next year.
I'm putting it in 2K simulation. It's gonna be dumb.
I would.
Without Tatum, that's probably what's gonna happen next year.
I have a couple problems. I have a couple problems with Team 2 being as old as they are.
Okay.
I don't trust them to be able to guard that other team, especially at the age they are. I don't care how good they show in flashes. They're all still 40. Number 2, I have a lot of trouble thinking that a team with Luka Doncic, who's one of the smartest players and the best passers in the league, and a guy like Joker isn't going to make this team mesh. I just have a lot of trouble.
But they play the same. They play the same way. Can I ask you a question?
Luka, but they're all ball
Can I ask you a
stoppers,
question? Luka has the ball, guys. Just let's picture be nerdy for a second. Luka has the ball. He's top of the key. He has the ball. What is Jokic doing and what is Giannis doing? What's the set you're running?
Pick and rolls, man.
What's the set you're running? You're throwing Giannis in the corner now.
Hetty, they're gonna run pick and rolls.
So who you throwing in the corner?
Doesn't matter who I throw in the corner.
It matters a lot.
Yeah, it does.
You
know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a Luka Joker pick and roll. You have to pick your poison. I'm having Giannis
pick and roll or pick and pop.
Pick and pop.
Because
pick and roll.
Jokic's never been a pick and roll player.
Either one. I could do a pick and pop. I could do a pick and roll. I'm having Giannis slash to the rim. How the fuck are you gonna guard that? And if you decide that you want to try to stop the slash, I have Tatum, who's a really good 3-point shooter. And then, you know what? Sure, let me do this. I want to give Luka a break. Let me do a SGA, pick out his matchup between either Curry, Kyrie, even on KD right now.
And when I come down with LeBron fucking James and I run a too big pick and roll, pick and pop with KD and I got LeBron driving, and as soon as he looks up, Curry's guarded.
I promise you, these 40-year-olds, these 40-year-olds are gonna have a lot of fucking trouble, bro.
They're gonna have trouble.
They're gonna have a lot of trouble.
Both teams are gonna have trouble.
Guys, these guys are
gonna have trouble.
I understand.
The first team's only solution would be to run fast.
Exactly.
The Indiana Pacers
no,
in the half court, you have a bunch of fucking ball-dominant players.
I'm taking AD out of the paint because I'm gonna have Joker on the perimeter. I could do. I think,
to be honest with you, AD probably prefers guarding Jokic on the perimeter.
This would be
you're throwing it away like it's nothing.
No,
bro, you know how fucking hard it is going to be to guard the bottom two?
Eddie, they're 40. You know how trouble this is going to be to guard these other guys?
They're 40, but they're averaging 300 between them right now. Still 40, to this day,
bro.
What do you mean?
Bro, we're talking about these guys all in their prime. I'm sorry. I'm not. So what do you think the series goes?
That's 7.
Okay.
But I think like I trust the bottom team to finish it out in 7.
Sure, because we've seen it happen. Sure.
Well, because they're going to be a lot harder to guard.
Listen, sure, bro. I guess there's no.
They're going to be a lot harder to guard.
Hey, I'm surprised you're picking the other team. Oh, you're Joker.
No. Okay, so let's. I love Curry, LeBron James more than I like Joker. There's Luka, guys. We're talking about the last 4.
Who do you think? Which team do you think has better scorers?
The last 3 MVPs are on that other team.
Who?
What the? Joker, Giannis, and SGA.
Joker bounced second round. SGA.
Oh, now
SGA yesterday. Luka bounced first fucking round.
Oh, yeah.
Jokic bounced
LeBron bounced first round. Steph Curry bounced second round. Kyrie couldn't get in the playoffs.
They didn't have enough.
They didn't have enough. They didn't have enough. And SGA's winning a championship now. SGA just won a championship.
We're talking about a collection of talent. We're not talking about individual basketball players. Yes, those are the best 5 players in the league. That's why I chose them.
Yes.
But we're saying as a collection of
talent.
The bottom 5 meshes way better than the first one.
I have a problem believing that the second tier team is going to be able to guard.
I have a problem believing that team is going to be able to guard the bottom team.
Because if my other team decides to run, which they have the option to do, that other team cannot run with them, bro.
No, they cannot.
Absolutely not.
But this team is going to be better in the half court.
And guess what? I just watched the Indiana Pacers
lose
almost
to a better half court team.
Almost
lose to a better half court team. Thank you. You fucked up. You made a mistake.
I didn't.
You made a mistake.
Wait a second.
The fastest team is about to lose to a half court team.
The whole point is that Indiana Pacers were a game away from making this a 3-1 lead. And now I'm talking about
SGA. And they lost to the better half court team.
How do you know it's a better half court team, bro? How the fuck do you know it's a better half court team, bro?
Luka up top with Nikola Jokic. You know what the fuck's gonna happen, bro? It's gonna be Luka up top.
They're all ball stoppers.
Look what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck's gonna happen because I watched Luka for a long fucking time.
The smartest players in the fucking
league. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. Luka's gonna be at the top. You have to have the ball in Luka's hands. Listen, let me explain something to you. If you don't have the ball in Luka's hands, Luka ain't shit. You just be real. He's never ever been dubbed a great off-ball player.
Never.
Neither has Shea. Tatum is the best off-ball player you have on this team. By far and away. Neither has Giannis.
Neither
has Jokic. They need the ball in their hand. So you know what? You're thinking, pick and pop. He's going to throw it to Jokic. Jokic is going to find Giannis on the cut, throw it to him. Oh, he's going to miss it and turn around and fucking slash it to Tatum. I guarantee you something's going to happen. What's more than likely going to happen is pick and pop, Luka, pick and pop. We're going to run two at Luka. He's going to sit there, dribble. He's going to look up and find Jokic. What's Jokic going to do at the key?
What is he going to do?
He's going to take his back to the basket and look for the open guy. But he ain't looking for Aaron Gordon and fucking Michael Porter.
No, he's looking for fucking Giannis. Slash it to the rim.
He's looking for Giannis in the
I
fucking
just seen Aaron Gordon average 20 fucking points in a fucking playoff series.
Aaron Gordon's better off the ball than Giannis.
Okay, you don't think Giannis is going to adjust to that, bro?
No, not in 7 games immediately.
Okay, bro.
He's going to change. He's going to change 30 years of basketball in 7 games.
Okay, they're not going to adjust.
You know what's not going to happen? That matchup is never going to happen. So
what are we talking about here, bro?
Bottom team wins, man. I'm calling it here. You heard it here first, gentlemen.
You
heard it here first.
We'll find
easy. Out. This is easy money. This is game 7. Oh my God.
You
want Tatum in a game 7 on LeBron James?
I'm not gonna.
Are you crazy?
My guess is 5 or 6.
No.
Are you nuts?
In my opinion, at the age, it's damn near it's 5 or 6.
What age?
I'm gonna say one more thing.
These guys are 40 fucking years old, Eddie.
Okay, what's the issue?
I'm gonna say one thing.
Who's better, Jason Tatum or LeBron James?
Top one, the number 1 team.
Today, I don't know.
None of them run.
Eddie,
None of them run.
Every other player is better than
Who's the better
LeBron
scorer,
James.
Giannis or Kevin Durant?
Maybe Giannis. What are you talking about, bro? Giannis averages 30 points a game.
On more shots. He's a big. Who's a more well-rounded scorer, Giannis or Kevin Durant?
Okay.
Who's easier to throw?
Who's a better player, Teddy? Who's a better player, Giannis or KD today?
Giannis is.
Okay, man. What are you talking about?
Who had better players? Miami Heat or Dallas Mavericks?
Teddy, who's a better
players? What better players?
We're talking about the third best, the worst player on the other team.
I'll give him
50. Let's move on. We can do this all fucking day. All you, baby.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah. We just fucking argue.
All right. Got a few games here for you guys. First game. Can you name the players that have had 253s this season?
How many are we looking at?
5 to 7.
Well, how many did it, though? Like
7.
A lot? 7? Oh, okay. So we're looking
all right, I need to name that?
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards.
1.
Stephen Curry.
2. Be surprised if the names on this list.
I know I'm going to be surprised. I know I am. That's the problem.
Really surprised.
I'm going to look at a list of teams real quick, brother.
I know I'm going to be surprised.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum, yes. Sure did.
That's 3 right
exactly
there.
250.
Was LaMelo Ball hurt this year a lot?
Who?
Was LaMelo Ball hurt a lot this year?
Yeah, he did. He definitely do it. My guess is it's Cat on that list.
No, sir.
Oh, wow. 253s.
Mm-hmm.
Derek White.
4.
Good pull.
Very good pull. Derek White had 265.
You sure LaMelo Ball didn't have 253s this year?
LaMelo Ball.
No, sir.
Yeah. James Harden.
James Harden, nope. Just missed it by 15.
Norman Powell.
No, sir. 235.
KD.
No, sir. You're missing another Boston player.
Oh, Jaylen Brown?
Nope.
Derek White?
You already said Derek White.
Jason Tatum. I said
you said Jason Tatum.
So who's it? Porzingis didn't play, no?
Peyton
1 second.
Pritchard.
Oh, I'm the corona. I was about to
He had 255.
Did Garland hit it?
Garland did not. He had 212.
D-Mitch, there's no way D-Mitch don't shoot that many threes.
Don't say D-Mitch because he had 233.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
He was almost there.
Huh.
You're missing 2 more players.
Star players?
On their respective teams, yes.
Trey?
Tyler
No.
Hero definitely hit it.
Tyler Hero had 251.
And then
Trae Young had 218. You have one more player who was in the NBA playoffs this year.
Clay?
Nope.
No.
Klay Thompson had 216.
Whoa. Give me Malik Monk.
Malik Monk, no.
Nas Reed?
No.
Good guess.
He had 319. Yeah, he was
Michael
second.
Porter Jr.
No. He was second. Most threes this season.
I think of these playoff teams.
Give you guys one more guess and then we're moving
Was
on.
Dame healthy this year?
No.
In the
No.
regular season, was he healthy?
Don't even guess him.
It's not Paolo.
No, you
Don't
guys,
tell us it.
you guys are not gonna guess it.
No, I'll guess it.
No, you're not gonna guess it.
Dort.
No.
Who's in the playoffs, real quick? 1 second. Who's it?
I mean, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami,
No,
Orlando.
no. Just give me playoff teams.
These are all playing teams. These are
Give me playoff teams. He said they were in the playoffs.
Cleveland, Boston, New York, Indiana, Milwaukee, Detroit. It wasn't Cade.
It was Malik Beasley.
Sure was. 319.
Bang.
He was second.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay.
Ant had 320. He just reached him at 319.
Wow.
I think that hurts.
See, I was gonna make it with 200 threes, but that was like a big list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one on that list was AR. He had 200 threes.
Wow.
AR?
Yes. Good game. Donovan Mitchell had 233. Zach LaVine had 239.
I was going to guess Levine.
Harden missed it. He had 235.
Beasley had 300.
Yeah.
319 threes.
Yeah, he was a banger this year.
Wild. Ant had 320.
That's why his line used to be 3.5 threes. Malik.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Moving on.
Is this our draft?
No. The draft, I'm saving it to the end. This is going to be a quick game.
Are you putting in a randomizer?
Yeah.
Put a randomizer for these teams.
Oh,
man.
this is
I
going to
mean,
be...
you should be happy.
Hey,
you got
this
them.
is going to be fun, the draft one. But last week, we said, oh, if we do it with coaches, I've guessed the player. I did it with coaches.
Huh.
So you guys are going to guess the coach based off his career path.
Has this always been him as a head coach?
Him as a head coach.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to name you the teams he was a head coach in.
I'll cook this.
Started in 2000 with the Seattle Supersonics. Then went Portland, Indiana, Atlanta, and he is currently on a coaching staff.
Nate McMillan.
That was way too quick. Good job. That was way too quick.
So far.
You
I tried to do it like where he was like a little less teams, but he
You're
was,
a
yeah.
bum.
Jeez,
We said it at the exact same time.
relax.
That was way too quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Give us this draft.
All right. You guys ready? Hey.
Introduce it.
You guys are going to build the perfect team using only players that played on this team. We're going to start with you. I'm going to go back and forth.
Go ahead.
Hakeem. Denver.
Give me the Joker at the center spot.
Okay. Hattie. Orlando.
Tracy McGrady.
I'm already starting off perfect. Well,
T-Mac. Okay. Hakeem. The Bucks.
give me Giannis.
Random.
Eddie. The Heat.
LeBron James.
I'm still doing better than you right now.
Oh, Wally, I'm the Quran, you're not. I'm the Quran, you're not.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait. This was
He got LeBron, so he's automatically think his team is better.
honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like,
calm
fellas,
down.
that's
I have
it.
the best player that's ever lived.
Okay,
No,
then your
calm
second
down.
best player can't sniff the fucking shoelaces of my other two guys. Come on.
But neither two, your
Come
two
on,
guys
man.
can't sniff the fucking
They-
ball sack of LeBron James,
Go ahead,
brother.
man. Come on.
Hakeem. Choose wisely.
Okay.
OKC.
I'm going with Kevin Durant at my 3. Absolutely.
So are you putting Giannis at your 4?
Yes. Where he plays. I have Joker at the 5. I have Giannis at the 4. And I have Kevin Durant at the fucking 3. I don't care what he drafts, bro.
Hattie. The Warriors.
Stephen Curry.
Oh, my God.
Sure?
I'm very sure.
I think he's sure.
Hakeem. The Wolves.
There's only one right answer.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ant Edwards, baby. I love my team. But I could get screwed without a point guard right now. I could get.
I don't got that problem.
You do not have that problem.
Hattie. Cleveland.
Can you pick LeBron again?
Pick two LeBrons?
No.
Is this when they played for that team or just in their prime, but they played on that team?
Whatever player that played for that team.
In their primes. They could be primes.
Could be whenever you want. Could be before we were born.
Like if I take D Wade, are we talking about prime D Wade here?
Oh,
You can take whatever you want. Any
that's
player that played on this
nasty,
team.
but go ahead, do that.
You can do that.
It doesn't matter. You can do that.
I'm taking prime Shaquille O'Neal at my fucking center spot. You're fucking fried. You're fucking fried. You're fried fucking chicken. Ace, I got Steph Curry, LeBron, and Shaq on my team. He's fried fucking chicken, beast. He's fried chicken.
This was only suitable for you. The Lakers.
You
The greatest
Yes.
point guard
Yes.
of all time.
I was hoping he was going to take Kobe Bryant. I was so hoping he was going to take Kobe Bryant.
And Hetty.
So I just want to make sure.
Magic.
So I just want to make sure. So
Johnson.
far, right now, my team consists of Stephen Curry, Tracy McGrady, LeBron James, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes.
Right? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Oh, I got Magic Johnson.
Hakeem,
and
on the cut on,
KD.
mine is better than
Don't
yours right now.
say
On the cut on, it is, bro. Give me,
Fuck,
go.
Why are you saying on the cut on?
Dallas.
I'm gonna take Dirk Nowitzki.
Sure?
Very sure. 1 second.
No, he said Dirk. Put Dirk down.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Who else would you take, anyways?
You could take Luka. Put LeBron at the 4.
No, I'd rather have Dirk on this team. I'd rather have Dirk.
All right. Hakeem's team finalized. Magic Johnson at the 1. Ant Edwards at the 2. KD at the 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 4. And the Joker at the 5. Hetty. Steph at the 1. T-Mac at the 2. LeBron at the 3. Dirk at the 4. And Shaquille O'Neal at the 5.
Good team.
Listen,
It's a fucking hell of a series.
that's a crazy ass
It's a hell of a
series.
series.
He runs into the same issue again, where he has 2 guys that are ball dominant and can't do anything. See, my team is structured correctly, man. My team is structured well, man. I have off-ball
And by the
players.
way,
I have a dominant big.
If we really fucked him,
Yes.
and that it has to be Shaquille O'Neal on the Cavs,
Yes.
then he's cooked.
He gave me the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers and Miami Heat together.
Yeah,
What am I supposed to do?
You could have picked. You could have
Show me
picked.
this out
You could have took
I'll give
Kyrie.
him 50.
You could have took Kyrie.
Haley?
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Who's the first name you said?
You could have took Kyrie. He didn't say
You
it.
should have took Kyrie.
Oh, what do I need Kyrie for? I have Steph Curry.
I'm saying if you were going at the point of where you had to go, because when this graphic goes up, guess what I'm putting? I'm putting Shaq in a fucking Cavs jersey.
No, you're not.
I absolutely am. That's
No?
yes.
I
What else
asked
am I
you
doing?
before that.
No, bro. I mean,
And you said in his prime. He made the rules,
Listen,
not me.
because
I'm actually very good with my team. All I am. I'm just gonna be really completely
yeah,
honest
but
with
if you're gonna look at it, you're gonna have KD right when he was like,
Yeah, KD was an MVP in OKC. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
As soon as he got LeBron, it didn't matter if he could have had fucking, he could have had me and you. He was going to say his team was better. Let's just move on, bro.
I mean, I'm better at the 5-3
okay.
and the 2.
Okay.
I'm better at the 2-3 and the 5.
Once we
Are
see
you better at the
pictures-
2?
Yeah.
Are you? How do you know?
Anthony Edwards is better than Tracy McGrady already, bro.
How do we
He's
know?
better than Tracy McGrady.
I don't know. We said prime.
This version of Anthony Edwards is better than the Orlando Tracy McGrady.
We got to say the prime.
Are you guys fucking serious right now?
I don't know. What's the prime? I'm going to project the prime.
Anthony Edwards right now is better than Tracy McGrady was.
Well, I don't know.
Than 33 points a game Tracy McGrady was.
I don't know. I don't know. This Edwards takes his team to the Western Conference Championship.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Takes his team to the Western Conference
also true.
Championship.
Who was Tracy McGrady's second best player in Orlando? Name him.
Hey.
Who do you think it was?
Hey.
Name him.
Hey.
Name him.
Hey.
Wait till you find out it was fucking broken Grant Hill and Mike Miller.
Okay.
Wait till you find that out.
Listen, it was a good draft. It was pretty even.
Put it up.
It was pretty even.
I mean, you say it, bro. He thinks Steph is better than Magic. And he knows LeBron is better than KD. And he knows Shaq is better than Jokic.
And if Shaq on the Cavs.
And he
if
knows in
it's
his heart of
Shaq on
hearts,
the
T-Max is
Cavs,
better
bro.
than fucking Ant,
It's
bro.
Shaq on the Cavs. It's
No,
gonna-
it's Shaq on the Lakers.
So what am I going to do? I'm gonna put
Shaq.
up. So when I do this graphic, you want me to put up. He said Cavs. You want me to put up a
said
Shaq in
Cavs.
Lakers? In a Lakers jersey? How fucking stupid does that sound? He wants me to put. Hey, Cavs.
Hey, can I ask you a question? What randomizer are you using?
It was just like a regular randomizer, man.
What are you talking
You
about?
gave me Miami and Cleveland.
And that's still
What the fuck?
And
Oh, you want to redraft?
Who am I supposed to take from Cleveland?
hold on, you wanna
so Jonas
redraft?
Olgauskas? Who am I
listen,
supposed to take?
You want?
that's
you wanna,
your fault. You're supposed to.
supposed to
you
what?
know?
See Miami and say, "Oh, I'm gonna take Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler." What am I supposed
You
to
know
do?
what I'm saying? Yeah.
I win that trade. Easy.
I mean, you could have taken Kyrie with Steph.
I already had Steph and
He
fucking
wants me to put
T-Mac.
Shaq in a Lakers jersey when we said the Cavs. What is this guy talking about? Come on.
Honest to God, wallah. I'm just.
And he's going to say even with Shaq on the Cavs.
even with Shaq on the Cavs, وحياة Allah, I have Stephen Curry and LeBron James on my team. You're fucking toast, bro.
He has
وحياة
Giannis. Though.
Allah,
I
you're
have Giannis,
toast,
Magic
bro.
Johnson, and fucking
You're
Kevin Durant,
toast.
and
He had
Giannis,
Ali,
and
he
Joker.
he has Joker and Magic on the same fucking team. He did the same thing we just talked about.
Hey, size is crazy though.
It's nuts.
size is wild.
He has zero shooting on that team.
He has- yeah.
Outside of Kevin Durant and zero fucking shooting.
Joker
I got
can't
shooters
shoot the ball?
everywhere.
Joker can't
I got
shoot the
shooters
ball?
everywhere. I
Joker
got
can't
Dirk,
shoot the ball?
I got Steph Curry. I got Tracy McGrady. I got LeBron. I got shooters. I got playmakers everywhere.
LeBron is the third best shooter on that team.
And Joker can't shoot the ball?
Yeah, he has.
So how many games does this go?
That's 7.
That's 7, bro.
Who wins 7? Who wins game 7? The best player wins game 7, right?
Yeah, and I think
Who's the best player?
Giannis.
Giannis is the best player.
This team is
Again, I
If we're
promise
doing
you,
an old Shaq, yes.
okay.
But if we're doing a Prime Shaq, his
Well,
team is
yes,
fried
brother.
fucking
With
chicken.
Prime Shaq,
But you were just arguing Prime Shaq, and you said, no, still, even if.
Oh, bro, we're talking about Prime Shaq with all those other guys. Yes, but the graphics is gonna go up with Shaq in the Cavs jersey, and then you're cooked.
I'm still not cooked. Well, I'm not.
No, man, you got fucking Shaq who's
I'm not
36
gonna- I'm
years
still not
old.
cooked.
Bro.
Who do you think is a better collection of talent, yours or mine?
Shaq, you're
A better mesh.
cooked, bro.
Who do you
Shaq
think is a better mesh of
36.
talent? I'm just asking a question.
I don't know. I gotta look at it.
What is it?
Who do you think is a better mesh of talent?
Mesh?
Yes.
I mean, Hattie.
Who do you think is a better mesh of talent?
I mean, I think Hattie just automatically thinks because I have two great balls, so they're not going to figure it out. We're talking about Magic Johnson, who's the greatest point guard of all time.
Absolutely. Who can do nothing off the ball?
Hattie,
Then you don't think Magic is that good in this NBA?
Your
Then if he
talent
was
with
one of
Shaq,
these guys.
with Cleveland Shaq?
No, I want. See, the thing is, he cheated.
No, I did not
Because I
fucking
looked at you and I
cheat,
asked
bro.
you, I could take them in their prime as long as they played on that team.
I
You said
said
yes.
on their team.
Listen, I said any player that's played on that team, you can take.
I asked
Yes.
you in their prime.
That's all I said.
monitored and recorded for.
But I mean, Hattie, you're cheating at that
Hattie,
point,
you
bro.
can take them in your prime, but like once we do the,
I'm pretty sure. That's like if we did one, and you did Toronto. I could pick Hakeem the Dream. He's playing on Toronto.
Yes.
How would he have felt? He would be throwing the fucking this
Absolutely.
camera would be across the fucking thing. Hakeem the Dream on Toronto? Are you serious?
Absolutely.
In his prime, yes, brother. You know.
Yeah.
What else we got left?
But even in not in their primes, I'm still taking my team.
No, I'm not. As soon as Shaq.
I'm still taking my team.
Say you're still taking it, but don't say that they're automatically going to
What?
win.
Eddie?
Hey, just real quick, look at me. Who has more championships, their team or mine?
I mean,
Half my guys haven't
mine by
even
far.
played yet.
How?
Mine by far.
How?
Are you stupid?
I mean, Curry.
Mine by far.
Okay, cool.
LeBron,
Curry?
Steph, and Shaq. That's like 15 between them.
How much does Magic have?
5.
5, 6,
He has
5,
more.
7.
Half my guys are still
Yeah,
playing
9.
right
Yeah, I
now,
know.
for God fucking sake.
9? That's LeBron and stuff.
For
Get out of
God's
here. Check Twala.
shit. Come
No, it's
on
not.
now.
8,
They're still fucking
8.
playing.
Check.
8,
Another 4.
13. No,
15.
12. 12 with Dirk, 13.
And
13 to 9.
If Giannis or Joker
Okay.
had Kobe Bryant as their second best player, or fucking
Eddie,
Wade,
I'm
yes,
a
they
Quran,
would
it's
have
not.
Wait, hold on.
It's very evenly matched. This is you guys just said it's a 7-game series.
It's a
Oh
7-game
no, with
series,
Shaq
but
and the
Eddie
Cavs,
Best
that changes a lot.
This is still a 7-game series.
That is a 7-game series, Zach.
It changes a lot. Wait, you're talking about
This is
Shaq.
just.
but
I
it's
just
a
want to
prime
remind
LeBron,
people.
broken.
I want to remind people. This is a prime LeBron James and a prime Stephen Curry.
prime Dirk,
I just want to make
prime-
that very clear.
Prime Steph, prime Dirk, prime.
I'm getting.
prime
Don't forget. I'm getting.
Giannis is
Hakeem.
cooking.
Just
I
look at
understand.
what happened. Giannis is what?
Giannis is cooking Dirk.
The same Dirk that cooked Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James on the NBA
This guy is
championship.
7 fucking foot, one of the best defenders of all time. Yes, man.
So now
He's
Giannis
gonna
is
have
better than
trouble.
Kevin Durant, and LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant.
I'm talking about defensively, Dirk against
But
Giannis.
defensively, those guys couldn't do shit on him.
Kobe Bryant is half his size.
So I'm asking you a question. A guy who ran through the team like that.
What are they
No.
talking
I'm asking you a
about?
question. A guy who ran through
We're
those
talking
teams.
about as a
is gonna have
matchup.
tr-
I'm talking about as a matchup,
okay,
guys.
so
It's
if
a matchup,
Dirk
man.
Nowitzki played that Milwaukee Bucks in that 2011 championship, he doesn't win the championship.
Patty, I'm
He doesn't win the
talking-
championship.
Patty.
He'll give him 80.
Patty, no, he's not giving him 80 against fucking Giannis, bro.
Giannis was that championship over the Miami Heat.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about
The
it's a
fuck?
one-on-one matchup. You can't compare. He's trying to compare.
Giannis can't guard Dirk.
There's a
What do you
camera.
mean he can't
He's gonna do
guard
a good
Dirk?
job, but he's not gonna guard
Really good
him.
game.
He makes
Really
it seem like
good
he's
fucking
gonna.
game.
He makes it seem like he's gonna shut down Dirk Nowitzki.
He's bringing a relevance. of
Hakeem, I just wanna
who
make sure
would
you
win
understand
Milwaukee
something.
Or Dallas when there's
I'm just
terribly
making.
different
I'm
players
just
on the
making sure
team.
you understand something. This is the 2011 Dirk we're talking about.
Okay.
We're talking about primes.
Okay, this is the
And
prime
we're talking
Giannis.
about prime Stephen Curry. And we're talking about 2013 LeBron James. We're talking about the greatest basketball player that's ever existed in human history.
Eddie.
Is who I have on my team right now. You're fried. You're fried chicken. You're toast. You're toast.
I'm done. I have no more games. I set it off.
We spent 40 minutes arguing fake scenarios.
Yeah.
Fake
For the last 40
scenarios,
minutes.
bro.
How'd I do?
You did amazing, brother.
You got us to yell, so you did a good job.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
All right, let's get on to our NFL topics. We're gonna do these really quick. We've been going on for a minute
Let's
here.
go.
Um,
I'm fried, man.
NBA was fun today.
Really
NBA
fun.
was freaking fun today.
Always is, bro.
NFL topics, guys. I want to talk about two things. First thing I want to do is I want to rank the top 5 supporting casts in that league right now. I'm gonna start off with number 5. I had the Rams. I have a really good offensive line, Kyron Williams, and 1,000-yard back. I have Puka, who is now a top 5-ish to 7-ish wide receiver, Devontae Adams. I'm going with the Rams at number 5.
Closer to 10 than 5. Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Number 4, I went with the Bucks. You have one of the best wide receiver rooms in the league with Evans, Godwin, McMillan. They just drafted that kid from Ohio State. You have one of the best offensive line in the league. PFF just rated the Bucs offensive line as 3rd in the league.
Really?
Yes, man. I'm going with the Bucs at number 4. Don't forget, the Bucs have 2 1,000-yard backs in White and Bucky Irving. That matters.
Bucky Irving is
yes, man. And White also is 1,000 all yards.
Yeah.
Number 3, I went with the Vikings, baby. Jettas, Addison, Hawkinson, Aaron Jones.
Line, yeah.
You have a nice offensive line. I gotta go with the Vikings at number 3. Think
Coach.
about it, bro. They made
Sam Darnold to MVP.
look like an MVP, my baby.
1,000%.
Come on.
1,000%.
Number 2, Detroit Lions, baby.
Yes.
Arguably the best offensive line in the league. You have one of the best slot receivers in Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have one of the best deep threats in J-Mo, Sam Laporta. Ain't no bum. And you have arguably the best running game in the league with your boy. Yeah,
game.
I mean, you just do it with
Knuckles
Monty.
and Sonics.
Yes, baby. Number 1, if anybody argues this.
What's so funny, boss? What's so funny?
I'll tell you guys after the show.
Okay.
Number 1, this is not even arguable. It's
Eagles.
the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not even close, man. You have the top-rated offensive line in the league. I think they have the best duo at wide receiver, just because I think A.J. Brown is like the 4th or 5th best wide receiver in the league, and I think Devontae Smith is the best second wide receiver in the league. Devontae Smith is real.
That is the real deal. I wouldn't rank him the best.
And then you have the best running back that we probably have ever seen, arguably one of the best we've ever seen in Saquon Brown, and an MVP.
And yalla, name the 10 Pro Bowl defenders they have on the team.
Yeah. I was just going offensively. That's number 1.
Devontae and
Yes.
AJ over CD and like Pickens, for example.
I did this because of I did that
Over Puka and Devontae.
I did it because of the holistically with the offensive lines and the running games.
Okay.
That's why.
I'm talking about for the wide receiver.
I think.
Wide receivers? No, I'm going with CD and
I'm
Pickens.
going with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Ooh.
I did not have the Bengals in there. Most people are going to go mad about the Bengals because the Bengals have no running game and probably the worst offensive line.
Right.
Now, if we're just talking wide receivers, they're probably number 1 or
They're
number
number
2.
1.
But when we're talking about just supporting cast altogether, I didn't have the Bengals on there.
No,
But you could probably push the Rams out for the Bengals if you really wanted to push the show. But I think the Rams, man, like they got a nice supporting cast. Hey, you got to.
I could push out the Rams and put the Cowboys in there.
I had a question.
No, not with. You don't know. They had the worst running
Running and offense. Okay, but
offensive line was really bad.
Okay, but
That's kind of like the same situation of what the Bengals are.
Yeah.
But at a lesser level.
What's up, boss?
I'm gonna defer to you guys because you guys know.
No, don't defer, bro.
No,
you
you know
earned your
your
football
shit.
card a long time ago, brother.
Come on, basketball.
What is your
boy.
problem? Basketball.
No
bro.
problem at all.
Oh,
I just, I find it interesting that Patrick Mahomes' team isn't up there, Lamar Jackson's team isn't up there, and that Josh Allen's team isn't up there.
yeah.
Some would say that's why they belong in a different category, in a different tier amongst all the quarterbacks that's playing today.
Yeah.
Thought it was interesting.
Sir.
That's the first thing that caught my eye.
Well, yeah, 1,000%. But the supporting
It's usually
cast
like that.
It comes as like a full thing.
It's usually like that, brother. With the greats, Tom Brady's supporting cast would be at the bottom of these lists offensively. Usually those great teams, they focus a lot more on their defense, man.
Because they don't need that many weapons on.
Yeah, like you look at it and you'll be like, Patrick Mahomes, I could get the most out of Xavier Worthy and Rasheed Rice. With like Lamar, let me give him a good running back. You know what I'm saying? Were you upset with any of these?
No, not at all. You
were kind of shocked about the Bucks one.
But the
Bucks one was
the Bucks one because of how old Mike Evans is and how unhealthy Chris Godwin is.
As a room, when they're healthy, bro, their
healthy,
wide receiver room is one of the
100%.
best in the league.
Yeah, okay. Like, okay.
And
but
two 1,000-yard running backs.
Rashad White is consistently 1,000-yard
all receiving and
you're talking about dual.
But Bucky,
if you're talking about running backs, Bucky's
in 1,000, but they got two good.
Bucky's was a rookie last year.
But Bucky's an actual 1,000-yard running back.
He was a rookie last year.
So they got two good running backs. Mm-hmm. They have a really good offensive line. People forget, like the Bucks have a good offensive line.
Yeah.
And then again, you still have, when they're healthy, you still have this guy Evans is giving you 1,000 yards. Godwin is a really good slot receiver. McMillan, they just drafted what's his name, Ubuka from Ohio State. They got another wide receiver. Bro, it's a
We're
really
out on the Niners, huh?
yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
dude,
their
that's not
number
even
one
there no
is
more.
Brandon Ayuk. He's a
Brandon
bum.
Ayuk and what? Ricky
Yeah.
Russell, whatever.
They had a nice outing though.
No, but I mean, guys, that's bottom of the barrel now.
Yeah,
Bottom of
Yeah.
the barrel. You
I
know what
agree.
mean?
I
They-
can't disagree.
Funny. Like
Yeah.
to see it.
Well,
Yeah,
In the
just
span of
if,
a year. It's
but
kind of crazy.
if Bengals had
The Bengals just had either a
just an
good
offensive
running,
line,
yeah,
just an offensive line.
And
I can
they-
live with Chase Brown
yeah.
being like,
yeah.
you know,
But
what I'm saying?
I the two combinations of them two being bad, I'm going based off of last year too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we'll see what
Absolutely.
happens. You know, maybe one of those improve.
Absolutely, but just based off just
Not
the
enough
attendance.
excuses for not to not make the playoffs, but you know, it is what
I
it is.
think they're going to do some damage this year.
Last question. Which NFL team do you think is going to take a step back from last year?
Step back from last year.
I'm going with the Washington Commanders.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Why?
I'm going with the Washington Commanders because usually when a team wins that many one-score games, sometimes there's a little bit of luck and a lot of things got to go right because they won like 7 one-score games last year. Usually the following year, it always doesn't bounce your way the following year. I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders. And I think
It's a weak answer, bro.
I think,
I can say that for the Chiefs.
but I've seen Patrick Mahomes do that constantly.
I
throughout his
understand that,
career.
but
Yeah, and I think that- and I
Jalen
Jalen's
looked pretty
And
consistent.
and
last
listen,
year.
and I
Those
and I
situations.
think the Chiefs are going to take a step back from winning.
the only reason why I disagree with you is because nobody expected the Commanders to do what they did last year. And I just think they're going to get better, not get worse with the level that they're playing with what they have, what they're working with. They're obviously going to get better. Rookie head coach, not a rookie, but like a rookie for that team, head coach. No defense at all. You have a 55-year-old Bobby Wagner on that defense. Who's your receivers? Can you name the 3 receivers?
No,
Scary thing.
no, they got Scary Terry.
Okay.
Yeah, Noah Brown. I get that, but I'm going based off the fact that again, 7 one-score games, bro. It never works out where you come back the next year and do the same. And that's why a lot of people don't have the Chiefs winning another 14 games because they.
But you know, when you say that, you know who like the first team that comes to my mind is like right away. I think there's no way Minnesota's gonna win 15 games this year again. 0 shot.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So one of those teams that
I
probably will
see.
take a step
Real
back.
talk. How many games did the Commanders win last year? 10 or 11?
11 games.
Yeah, bro. Like
They're
I would be
11-5.
highly shocked if they won 11 games again. I would
Yeah,
be-
but that's not taking a step back. If they win 10 games, that's not taking a step back.
I don't. I think they went closer to like 9
The problem is,
because you go from being in the playoffs
yeah,
to possible at 9 and 8. You don't make the playoffs.
You don't make
So,
no, you definitely don't.
It's
They have Philly in their division,
and
they
the
have
Cowboys are
in
going
their
to
division.
get better. They didn't have their starting quarterback.
And the Giants probably won't win again 4 games. 5
You get what I
games
mean? Like-
next year.
And listen, Jaden Daniels, elite first year, sophomore slump.
CJ ended up turning it around though.
Yes,
In the playoffs. He
the
ended up,
season didn't have the year that he had.
I know, but he ended up turning it
because
around
like bro,
late. though.
Jaden had an all-time rookie year.
Yeah, but
like
CJ
he had,
was his team was hurt. Nico was hurt.
Yeah.
Nico was hurt. Diggs was out for the year.
I know, and I understand. There's something I can't explain with Jaden Daniels.
Oh no, I'm not sitting up here confident.
It's
About
like when he's like, it's the way he was doing it.
it. Calm as hell.
It was calm.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't like crazy plays. It was just smart, timely plays that it's just hard for me to envision that going away
I don't
from
think
year 1 to
yeah,
year 2. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think.
It wasn't these crazy, like, you know, he had a Hail Mary in there, but it wasn't like these crazy Hail Marys and like out of his ass plays that were like just so, you know, make something happen for Jaden. It was timely, smart. It was surgical, bro. It
Absolutely.
was surgical.
Every time you'd see him, and if he was down or he was on the field and there were a tie game,
Oh, he was calm.
he was calm, collective. He was focused, more focused than the veteran quarterback he was playing against.
Yeah,
Yeah.
calm as a calm.
How much
as
do
a-
you think that the AI training he goes through helps with that, though? Because
A
like
lot.
it's giving him scenarios that like every scenario he could possibly see on a football field, it's giving it to him,
Yeah, I mean,
and it's not taking a toll on his body.
it's not cheating. It's not what's it called.
Bro, these athletes are about to start lasting so much longer.
I know.
Oh my god,
It's
bro!
gonna be
I
crazy.
could say the Chiefs might take a step back.
I think so too.
When you guys say
Honestly.
take a step back, what do you mean from the Chiefs?
I mean, I don't think the Chiefs are gonna.
I don't expect them
Personally,
probably
I
to
think
bounce
this
in the
is-
first round.
first round.
Maybe.
Well,
that rule of like the higher seed is that going to be
No,
this year?
I think they voted with that. Did that?
They voted with.
It's against. No, they didn't pass it through.
Oh,
From what I remember,
oh
they
yeah,
did not pass it.
yeah. From
If
what I
that-
remember,
They did not pass it.
no, they did not.
Oh, okay. So but if that were to be in there, like you could see like a great team being a low seed and making the playoffs and knocking the Chiefs out.
Yeah. I look at it like the Chiefs, I want to say they take a step back, which I don't think they're going to win as many games as they did last year.
Yeah.
But like they just got back their best wide receiver.
Yeah.
Is he though?
Yeah, I mean Rasheed Rice is their best wide receiver.
Yeah.
You put in 1,000-yard receiver back in there. I mean, that's just kind of crazy.
Oh, Xavier Worthy looked fucking good in the first 2 games.
But
Now they're together.
But now they're together.
No, one of them still like
Worthy and now Rasheed Rice is back after tearing his ACL. Remember when Patrick Mahomes ran into his knee?
Yeah.
And then Travis Kelce lost 25 pounds. What if we get one more hurrah out of him? I just don't think it's realistic that a team can make 4 straight. Would this be their 5th or 4th straight?
Fifth straight. I believe 5th straight.
They won 2 in a row.
They
Third
won
straight.
2 in a row.
No, this would be their 4th straight. This would be their
San
if
fifth.
they go this
Francisco-
year, it'll be their 4th. Yes.
Yeah.
That's just hard for me to
Yeah, it
envision.
is.
I think that you'll see the Bills or the Ravens finally break.
Yes.
One of those 2 guys.
Or another team in the AFC.
Yeah, or another one of them.
AFC stacked.
All right, boys. Wow.
Longest episode.
It's been a while since
That's
me and
a
you.
while.
It's been a while since me and you have shouted and hollered about
Got
things
some
that
good content
Hey.
out of it.
about things that me and you don't even know about hypotheticals.
About things that will never happen. What are you talking
I know
about? that will never happen.
That's what's fun, baby.
That
That's
is
what's
fun.
fun.
Yeah, I know.
Episode 44. Next time we come back, we'll have a championship winner because by next Wednesday, it would already have been a game 7. of it.
If there is a game.
Yeah, if
Sunday's
there's a
a
game
game
7.
seven,
Yup.
if-
So
it won't
I
be
hope
about if there's.
I hope there is.
I know.
I really hope there is. I'm always
in
down for a
basketball.
game 7.
saying OKC's beating them by 20 plus in game
I
6.
just see
I
it.
do too, baby. Yeah. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're trying to push to 15,000 subscribers. Like, comment. Tell us what you guys think. Do you guys think this team is a bum? Do you think my team was better? I don't know. You guys just got to let us know.
And hopefully the next time we see you, we're not in the middle of a world war. Pray to God.
Honestly.
Peace to everybody out there and
Peace to the world.
families. Everybody's safe. Appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. We out, baby.